Did a lot, got a long way to go from here. Every thank you that I'm saying, just know that it's so sincere. Walked in a game with high hopes and open ears. The most revered, now go and cheer the go this year. Sierra, Tristan and TJ, Mia, Kira and EJ, Ed, Giant, Will, Trevor. Y'all been loyal forever. Manager the best, I feel like I'm a veteran working. Keep me so busy, I haven't even met her in person. They know I'm the man, who really the great. Dope friends and fam, too many to thank. They so appalled that my debt's paid off. No regrets, most of all, don't forget, thank God, thank God. Thank God, thank God, thank God.
John Grimes, the old intern, sitting in with us this night, this episode. John has a lot to talk about. John had an exciting weekend. He shot in Indianapolis this weekend. Great sets, burnt the light, had friends and family there, was feeling real good, so said, fuck it. John Grimes, everybody. John Grimes.
John Grimey.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be had. I may have been once, maybe one good light.
It was twice.
Was it twice?
It was twice.
He said maybe once.
I was pretty good seeing that little count. It was a good countdown clock. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't seen that too many times, but countdown clock
the clock
is effective.
counts down, so it literally tells you like, yo, you got 1 minute left.
Oh, yeah.
You got 40 seconds left. You got 30 seconds left. At 30 seconds, when you hear John say, real quick before I go. Like, okay, here we go. And I'm right at the door. I'm like, okay, let me just sit my ass back down. Real quick before I get out of here.
Also, the helium was fancy. They got the clock in the back of the room.
No, the clock right there
on the stage, right by your foot.
Yeah. You can't miss it.
Pretty
Big,
good size clock,
bright
too.
Red numbers.
I know you can't miss it, like, but it's on the floor though.
Oh, undeniable. It's undeniable because you elevated.
Like
You elevate the stage, so the foot is like by the eye of like a person. So if you see a person's eye, you can see the clock right there. So I was pretty good. 60%. Between 2 or 3. So
70, 60. 70%, 60%. That's a huge difference, bro.
I mean, it's between 3.5 or 4 shows. I think that was pretty spot on. But one show for show, it was like like Mario Kart. Like I drove into the bananas. It was like time extension. Like it's just like 30 more seconds to finish that little joke. I never do that. I never do.
In his head, time extension.
No,
in his head.
Not in my head. But I mean, like I was like, this sentence is gonna take 31 seconds. I should finish it right away as fast as possible, without compromising the clarity of it.
Yeah.
We wanted a good laugh so Tony could walk right out. Well, the line, if I started that, like you said, like real quick, it's about an 80-second joke.
Real quick is 3 minutes.
80-second joke with 40 seconds
left. Real quick is easy 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Real quick.
Yeah, let me say this real quick.
About 80 seconds.
Transition out of that in another 45 seconds.
But great weekend.
But yeah, great weekend.
Great weekend nonetheless. He got some good footage. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna cut it into one special? Cut it into clips? What are you gonna do with it?
I want to make it, I keep calling it like a little comedy mixtape. I want to like interweave between the sets and the experience I had throughout the day, going to Purdue, visiting my stomping grounds, because that's, where I decided to do comedy at. I went back to the Walmart with the DVD bin where I found Raw at. I went back to
found Raw.
I found Raw and DVD bin right there. Pause. All right, Joe. Went back to my apartment, everything. It was big. That's why I think Saturday went so well for me, because I just went through a whole flurry of like, oh shoot, I was that kid.
Where he was cool.
This is true. I think that, hey, I'm not gonna lie, there is an interesting aspect to that.
Wait, tell him about the dude you said, can I see the apartment?
Oh, yeah. So I went back to my campus and went to my first apartment on campus. And it was a kid sitting out front of my dorm. And I lived right to the right. As soon as you walk to that dorm, I was the first apartment to the right.
Wait a minute. Dorm or an apartment?
They're on campus, so we call them dorms, but they're like basically a 1-bedroom apartment. But it was 4 of them stacked on each other. But it's a dorm hall. They're just like outdoor dorms.
Okay. All right.
Like they're not all stacked together like a regular building. Okay. So my little apartments we had, my room was right there. I could see my window. I could see the living room of my apartment. So I'm like, I walk out with the cameraman. I'm like, yo, bro, this is my crib right here. 2006. This is my crib, man. The feelings I can have walking into there right now and just relive. Hey, young man, do you think I used to live there? You think I could just come inside real quick and look at my old apartment? And the kid was like, no. And I was like,
I wouldn't let you.
I thought you right, big dog. We don't know each other. My bad. Let's go before you call the police.
See my own room.
Thank you though. Thank you for you stay in school, man.
What you think you was gonna see?
I just wanted to relive a moment inside there. I hadn't been inside
They
there.
probably had a meth lab in there. Like, what you doing, man? Knocking on my door.
Can I lay down
I
in
ain't
the
been
bed?
inside there in 17 years, man. So I was
Lay
like,
down
I'll
in a
step
little
back in.
Thin mattress. You wanna relive old
4
times?
dudes in 1 bedroom, 2 bunk beds. Freshman year. I never
Damn.
forget it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Pause.
Yeah, it was a lot. I don't think they do that no
What'd you
more.
do this weekend? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. My parents were in town.
Oh, word?
My
No,
parents was in
sorry I
town.
missed him.
And actually it's my father's birthday today.
Yes, sir. Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday, Pops.
On October the 21st. 78 years old. 78.
Wow.
And he man.
They still here or they left?
They left today.
Okay.
So they're probably still in the air today. They're going back to Texas, man. But it's good to see them. They were at their cousin's house on my mother's side in Corona.
Okay.
And then I saw him Sunday. I was gonna go see him after class on Saturday, but it was too much of a time crunch. I had a whole day on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it was good to see him. We laughed, talked, and my other cousins showed up, man. But it was cool. You know,
Nice.
Pops,
Nice.
man.
Yeah.
Check out these had these breakaway pants. I don't know what.
I got a hoop for 78.
I was like, why you got these?
Full for my 78th.
Yeah, I was
Shit.
like, why you got the breakaway pants? Some I picked up.
Nice. What you do this weekend, yo?
Man, I was down all weekend.
What happened?
I had some health issues going on, man. So I was down, couldn't walk. Really,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, but Friday it started subsiding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, rupture.
You hurt right now? You look like you're in pain.
I ain't 100%. You know what I mean? But I'm at like 85, 90. But I gotta get on the
85.
plane tomorrow. But it ruptured on Friday.
Wait,
So-
whoa. Gotta go back. What ruptured?
I had a big ass. I seen y'all a message.
Yeah, I
I was
saw
like, the boil ruptured
Okay.
Friday,
Ooh.
and so I was just down. I was just at the, taking antibiotics. Just,
Yeah.
Okay, what's the
Doctor.
boil and how do you get a boil?
I mean, it's like a big pimple, really.
Okay.
You don't know how after you get a certain age, man. Shit, it ain't even an age thing. This shit comes.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean?
It's
Like
ass acne.
one day you can get them anywhere.
Pause, dog. Ass acne. Is that what it said?
Call it what you want.
Wow.
One day you
Staff
one
and
day you
shit.
fine.
What?
One day
Oh.
you good. Then the next day you just be like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Yo, they are
Yeah.
unpredictable. I'll give you that. I've only had one in my life, and I'll never forget it because it was my son's birthday. It's the day I had it.
Yeah.
Just woke up with it.
Where was it on your body?
Oh, he's right. Ass acne. It was like right at
You
the
get
top,
them on your butt?
top of
Nah,
my
you can
ass.
get 'em
I don't
on
know where
your-
you can get it
you can
anywhere,
get
but
'em
mine's right at the
anywhere.
top of
But
my
a
ass,
boil,
dog.
that's something like there's some
Yeah.
infection.
I couldn't
Yeah,
walk.
yeah.
I was afraid to walk. I was like walking in pain the whole day because I was like, I don't want this. I don't know what this thing is. It hurts so bad.
Yeah.
And I had to run around the kids and shit. And I chased.
That shit was
What
painful.
I
fuck?
would
One
imagine
time,
it
exploded.
bursting is a good thing, right?
Yeah, but
Yes.
soon as it busts, it's your
It's
pain
gross
is
though.
gone.
It's gross.
Right?
Your pain is like 90% gone when it
Yeah.
ruptures.
Yeah. So
It-
mine bust at
What
the
it
party.
is, the pain comes from the pus building up inside because your body forms. When you get sick, your body
Yeah.
does what it does. So
Yeah.
it forms like a little bubble
Antibiotics and all that stuff.
for
kick in,
the infection to go into, so it don't spray through your whole body.
Oh, okay.
So that's really what a boil is. You get them in your mouth, like you get an abscess in your mouth, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. But
That's
the
your
pain,
body balling up and trying to throw it away. and
trying to
keep
throw it away.
basically,
So the pain
yeah.
comes
Okay.
from
Thought about it like
the
that.
pus filling up.
Yeah.
And it's just there. So it was like a throbbing pain. I was in Big Bear. And then like this, I was good. Then one day I was just like, yo, what is this hard shit on my damn, you know what I mean? And then man, so it was all bad, man.
Damn.
That's why I tried to come to, I was like, y'all can make it Tuesday. I was just like, I can't even halfway sit
You
down.
were trying to sit on it.
Wow.
So look, I'm driving to the hospital. I'm driving to the urgent care. Ivy's driving. I'm laying in the car like I done got a BBL. I'm
Yo, it's mad embarrassing.
I'm
The shit it make you do.
The BPO
I'm laying
posture.
on my stomach in the passenger seat of the car. Like I'm just like, I said, look, I can't see how you driving, but I'm trusting you to give me, you know what I mean? So,
It's one of the things only your girl can help
Another
you with. Too.
wait, no,
Only
that's
one of the things your girl-
another example for why you need a good chick that's down with you.
Yeah.
Because a random chick, like let's say you just out here, no girl you like, yo, you run me to the hospital, I got this thing on my butt. What? Nah, yo, I'm not driving. I'm gonna come to your house and you got some shit on your ass. I ain't driving. Nah, nigga, nah.
Take the
And
phone
the
out.
girlfriend is like, yo, hey, let's go.
And that's what made me do that video I did, where I just like the day in the life of a 40-plus-year-old. You wake up, I did all these different scenarios, man. But I'm better now. My only concern was I'm getting on a plane tomorrow to go to Jamaica, so I was just like, Lord, I need all this to be right. You know what I mean? So thank God.
Put a little rum punch on it. You be fine.
Yeah, right.
Shout out Captain Kirk. Yo, we didn't have none last week. I had it at the house. Forgot to bring it. So I think we did the last episode with one. I think it was like one sitting there.
No, like none.
Oh, none? Okay.
None.
Well, shout out to Kirk. Yo, appreciate you, my homie. You know what it is.
Yes, sir.
Eventful day today, ladies and gentlemen. Today was the first day of Little League Baseball for Charleston Rock. Oh my God. Oh my, listen.
That's dope.
I don't know what you guys played as children, but to be a parent, every day is a learning lesson for a parent, as a parent.
Right.
I'm watching how bad these kids are playing. And all the parents are there just like smiles on their faces and cheering them on. I'm like, yo, you really gotta love your baby. Like to just be, I'm like, bro, this is a waste of my fucking time. For real.
Wow.
Like realistically, they horrible.
They don't know what they're doing.
But it's like, yo, I'm like, come on, kiddo. Let's go. Like the love that I had for that kid today, for that hour and 10 minutes, was like, oh man, this is what it's about, man.
It is.
Like this is really, because there's no payoff for you as the parent. There's no like, oh, he hit a home run or man, ball rolling through their legs and they falling in the dirt and some kids are drawing in the sand and
that's
picking rocks up and throwing them and
I promise
it's
you,
like,
that's
yo, you really gotta love these kids.
That's the favorite. That's the most fun of that is to get the laughs at what all the kids are doing.
I went out there. I was like, okay, I'll go. It's an hour long, right? His first day. So I'm like, I'll go. Then I'll come back. I'll change, get ready for the podcast. It's from 4 to 5. I'm like, damn, I usually drop him at 5 and head straight to the studio. So I'm like, all right, I got to get to the studio late. Then I'm running around with him. I'm getting sweaty. I'm like, nigga, I'm a little musty. I got to go take a shower, but I don't got time to take a shower. I got to go. So if y'all smell me, I apologize. I was on the court. I was on the field like, yo, fuck it, let's go. But you do, it's all for your child. It's 100% selfless.
So what?
It's like I've heard before, like being a parent is the first time you really, really selfless.
Oh yeah.
And today I was like, man, that's so true because they don't know what they're doing, but every parent was there like smiling ear to ear, cheering their kids. I started cheering other kids on because I'm like, I might as well because they all gonna play together. So little girl Aubrey throws, good job, Aubrey.
Girl.
And her parents are looking like, I'm like, hey man, they all together. Like other kid, the ball goes through his legs. I'm like, come on, stick with it, Spencer, stick with it. And then Charleston goes like, kiddo, ditto. And then the kids raced. They ran from one fence to the next. He smoked them kids.
I love it.
He said, we're gonna run from this fence to that fence. Smoked them. Then went down there, gave a little speech. I didn't hear what he was saying on the end. It was like, okay, I'm gonna run back. Smoked him again. Dada, I won 2 times. I said, come on, kiddo, come on. It was so dope. And then I didn't know what the process was gonna be today because it was first day. So I didn't bring his glove, didn't bring his baseball hat, didn't bring water. And they played for a little while. The coach says, take a water break. And I'm like, fuck, I'm the parent that's not prepared. And a couple of kids got their cleats on. I'm like, I didn't know I was doing cleats yet. I didn't know. He was like, yo, borrow his glove. I'm like, nah, I don't want them to think the little black kid don't have a glove. He got all this shit at home. I just thought today was the first day. It was like, let's just
orientation.
They gave you the extra bottle. Here, sir. Here's your bottle.
He gets to the car on the way home. It's like, Dada, I loved it. And I said, okay, thank you, Lord, for that.
Yeah.
And when I was dropping off with his mother, he said, I won 2 races. And he said, next week I got to bring my sneakers and my glove. And I'm like, okay, thank you, Lord, for that he has the interest. So it's only going to get better and better.
Did it seem like he was taken to the game in some kind of way? Or is it just all kids out there having a good time?
Okay, so what happened was
baseball.
He went, we signed him up for 2 programs, right? One was 2 weeks ago on a Monday. His mother took him to that one. She said he wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't play with the kids. He wouldn't leave her side. She said she had to walk on the field to get him on the field. So today was the second one that we signed up for, Tuesday. I go. I walk right on the field. All right, kiddo, get in line with the kids. He's like, Dad, where you going to be? I said, I'll be standing right here. Go get in line with the kids. He walked right over, got in line. The kid was like, the coach was like, is this Charleston? He was like, you guys already signed up? I said, yeah, this is Charleston. Okay, nice to meet you, man. I was like, yo, what's your name, fam? Rudy, Tony, nice to meet you. I'm Charleston's dad. Okay, Charleston, get in line with you guys. They ran, he killed him. They ran back, he killed him. So now he already amped up because of that. So I'm like, come on, kiddo, you won. Dad, I won 2 times. He gets in line. They do, baseball, you got to slide. You move your feet to get the ball. Bend over. He's like, the coach is like, put the glove down. Put the hand on top of the glove when you get the ball. Throw it to first base. There's a coach standing at first base. Every kid throw the ball that way. Some kids throwing it backwards. I'm like, come on, kiddo. This motherfucker take the ball, throw it underhanded. I'm like, nah, coach is like, no, over like this, Charleston. He throw it that way. I'm like, come on, kiddo, all good. And as soon as it was over, he's like, Dad, I got to practice my throwing. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, at least he's cognizant of
he's trying to get it right.
Getting better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And every day we talk and everything we always, like all my teaching techniques with anything we do is always the more you practice, the better you get. The more you practice, the better you get. So anything he's not good at, it's always like, and what's the rule? The more I practice, the better I get. So we do his writing, we do colors, painting, whatever. Hey, kiddo, the more you what? The more I practice, the better I get. So when he said, I got to practice throwing, I'm like, he got it.
So are you going to be the dad that are you going to practice with him in the beginning and then start getting coaches, start getting
right now it's going to be all me. Right now I'm so amped now. So now I'm like, okay, so I come home Monday. We're going to practice throwing on Monday. We'll do it Tuesday. We'll go early. Oh, the field was unbelievable in Glendale. The whole park was like, yo, what the fuck? Like white people got nicer parks. Full court basketball court, baseball diamond. They had some damn dude, like 20 people with their dogs. A dude out there teaching the dogs, like dog training classes.
Wow.
Only problem I had with that was the kids was playing baseball right across, and there was no barrier. So one of the dogs took off running, and I was like, I told the lady like, yo, get your dog. I was like, and Charleston looked at me. I said, stand still, kiddo. Don't move. He don't care for like big dogs. Yo, don't move, kiddo. Stand there. The dog ran around for a little bit. He's like, Dad, I said, I know, I got him. I was like, you shorty. We ain't doing that. Not with the kids running around. Because the kids start running, the dog gonna be, chasing. So I didn't like that part. But the park was amazing. So next Tuesday, I'll go like 30 minutes early, let him play on the field. We'll do our practice, and then the coach will come and take it from there. But I'm gonna be hands-on until it's like, yo, this kid really has some promise, and now it's coaches.
So with all sports, you're going to let him play? Or what sports?
I'm going to let him play everything. He keeps saying he want to play golf. He keeps saying, Dad, when do I play golf? I'm like, all right, well, let's set it up. But right now, just the fundamentals of baseball. He hasn't taken a liking to basketball other than going to watch it.
Have you put the basketball in the
We got the hoop in the crib. We got the crib. We got the ball. Got all that. But he just hasn't like jumped. What's up? He hasn't jumped into like baseball. He really gets amped up about it. Like we go to the games and he's like, Dad, I'm gonna play for the Mets. And today we was at practice and he said, Dad, is this Let's Go Mets? And I said, yeah, this is Let's Go Mets. So he's excited, man. I'm excited for him.
This is good. This is a good stage, man. I remember when Bryce first started playing sports, and I was going to be very active. That's why I coached all this stuff. I was just like, I'm going to be there every step of the way. Bro. And I was more excited than he was for game day and going to the practices. It was just like me reliving my childhood and when I was playing, and I was just like, hey man, like I'd get up 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Like in the documentary I did when I was in Maryland, he was talking about, yeah, man, I remember when I first started playing football, my dad went and bought every football movie. He was like, I made him watch Little Giants, Remember the Titans, any given side, care what it was. Watch this, go outside, we're doing your 3-point stands, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then same with basketball, like it's just one of them things that's going to be more fulfilling than you even realize.
Yeah, right now. I felt it today. Like, I left there. I literally left there today, and I was like, okay, so now I got to change everything. It's no more just coming home and doing nothing and playing around. Yeah. It's like, yo, we got to practice. We got to get this done. We got to get I was like, he's a super picky eater. Y'all know that. Super picky. So now, all right, I got to talk to the nutritionist now because he got to have energy. So all this not eating fruits and not eating vegetables, we got to change that because now he got to focus. He got to get energy. He got to be able to nourish so he could play a game. Like he was at first, like, Dad, I'm tired. I'm like, nah, you just don't want to play. So now I'm like, diet got to change. Discipline got to be there. I'm like, I might be that parent. I don't know.
I was.
You
I
know,
know,
sound
I
like
was.
you on your way.
invested so
I
easily.
was.
You get invested so easily,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And then you become competitive.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I'm already a competitive guy, but I go to a game, you start hearing other dads talking shit, and you be like, hey, dog, like you start realizing, like, oh, you want to get better? You want your kids to be, I'm going to make my son better. Like, you just find yourself trying to get advantages for your kids on everything. Like, you know what? If you want to be good, we're going to be good. We're going to work on being good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come off like crazy a little bit. But to me, it just helps align them with like culture and life. Like, hey, man, discipline is needed for everything. So
Right,
you might as well start
right.
here.
Mhm.
But man, I tell you what, that championship game, my son, the Inglewood YMCA championship, when they lost by 1, nigga, I didn't go to sleep that night. I was just sitting up there watching the footage all night long, like, wow, I lost this game. It's on me,
So
man.
I already had a moment because I stood up. Like they have the baseball field. They got the visitor side, home side. They got the benches.
Mhm.
So I'm sitting on the benches with the parents, and I stand up and go to the fence, and I'm like, "Yo, kiddo, like turn around, like you're not paying attention." And then I went around the fence, and I'm like, I should probably sit down. All the
Nah.
parents are sitting down.
Nah,
You gotta
be
Yeah.
And then when it was
dude.
his turn, it was like they put 3 kids on first base,
Mhm.
3 kids on second base, 3 kids at shortstop, and 3 kids at third base. And he was like first base, and we bunted
Mhm.
and let the kid in front of the line scoop it, throw it to first base,
Mhm.
and then get in the back of the line. You know what I'm saying? So they went around like that. Charleston was like third. It's like, okay, Charleston, you ready? Boom. Hit it. He slid over, grabbed it. Like, throw it. Threw the shit, that way. I'm like, okay, we got to work on that. Like, I'm like, good job, kiddo. Good throw, kiddo. No other parents are talking. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
So now I
quiet.
started cheering for their kids because I'm like, I'm sure they all like,
They need
Why
one
is
of
only
Yeah,
his
they
dad
need to hear
talking?
somebody.
so I'm like,
cheer
good
for
job, Aubrey. Good job, Spencer. Hey, good job, Dylan. Like, I don't even
They
know
had
these kids.
daycare,
I hear the
that's
coach
why.
saying their names.
them.
And I'm like, yo, why they not fucking cheering for their kids?
You know
Like,
what that
right.
mean, right? You're gonna be coaching next.
Well, yeah, that was
I'm
my,
so glad the practice was on a Tuesday. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, if this would have been Friday, I'd have been on the road. So I'm
Right.
like, that aspect of it, I'm very happy about.
But that was the main reason why I coached, because I knew if I didn't, I was
Yeah.
going to be the parent that was going to be on the field. Like, hey, man, you doing it? Yeah, you got to do this, man.
Yeah,
Blah, 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 blah. I was going to be more hard on him and the other kids.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to be that guy. So I said,
Yeah.
you know what? Just let me just get the whistle
Yep.
and coach. So
Yeah.
I don't have no problems.
They was
You know
leaving.
what
I
I'm
said,
saying?
hey, yo, coach. The homie name was Rudy. I was like, hey, yo, coach, check this out. Just so you know, man, he got cleats, he got a glove, he got a ball, he got baseballs, all that. Like, whatever y'all need for the team, I'll just let you roll it. I said, but I don't want you to think he didn't have a glove. We just didn't know to bring it today. He was like, oh, no, it's cool, bro. It's the first one. I'm like, all right, just letting you know, nigga, he got all the shit. He got cleats and all that. You know what I'm saying? I was saying my son started a Little League practice.
No, I was listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sound like that dad about to get busy.
I'm about to
It's
get
a nervous
busy,
time,
boy.
too.
I'm about to get busy.
I don't have any kids, but I got god kids,
Yeah.
and I got them into I got my god kids into football and golf.
Uh-huh.
And but I found myself, they're not even my kids, but I found them like,
You invested.
you invested, But I think that I was a little, I'm not little, but I was hard on them a little bit, even young,
Good,
because I didn't want them to think that it's just, you want to have fun, but just don't be out here running around and then not, So
Nah,
I hear that
it's-
from you, kind of like, okay, look, we got to work on this. Like,
Yeah,
you
nah.
got to-
You want them to enjoy that.
A couple of kids
Yeah.
got in the
Spirit
dirt
of
and
good
started like playing
competition.
in the dirt, like
Yeah, you don't
hitting
want
rocks and
that.
stuff. And he got down with him. I was, hey, kiddo,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah.
We
Focus,
playing,
man, what we doing?
playing baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, we still we the last of that old school though. You gotta remember that. We
Yeah.
the last of that
Yeah.
where because the parents today, to me, they seem like they, as long as he's there having a
Having
good
fun.
time. Yeah.
Nah.
And
Yeah,
exercising.
that's funny. That's why I told myself to sit down because I was like, yo, man, just let them have fun. Like, it's all good. But I'm like, nah, it ain't going to be just have fun. It ain't going to be like, as long as they had fun, I'm going to be like, yo, kid, we out here to win. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
But what you got to remember too, though, is that when we was coming up, wasn't no parents there at the practice. You got dropped off, or you walked to your practice. You rode your bike to your practice. For me, I don't know about
No,
anybody.
my
Yeah,
parents
they
were
were-
there.
No, it was the same.
like,
But,
nah, for me, 'cause,
they were there.
they was working,
But
so
it-
they
but-
had time to be at the
yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
that was my parent, but
Yeah.
it was that investment. Like what Tony just said, it was like, yo, I need cleats. Like, nigga, you ain't going to you ain't playing. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to practice. So why am I? So your parent may not have gone there, but the investment was, okay, if I see you doing it, it's like when I started boxing. My mom told me that she didn't want me to box. And she said, I hope you get hurt. She did. The first time I once. And then after like 4 or 5 months, and then I had my first fight and I did well. Then all of a sudden I came home one day and like I had like a special dinner. You know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
because I had a fight coming up. She had
Yeah.
made a steak dinner. Like, I'm like, oh shit, she know. So you become invested even if you're not there. But
Yeah.
I think these new parents are like, everybody get a trophy and it's like, I don't think you learn you that way. Yeah.
But the thing is too,
Okay.
but we don't realize about the kids because I just think about when I was growing up, it was a bit of that's where your nervousness first came in. The first time you stepped on the baseball field as a little kid, not really knowing how to play the sport, and you're around all these other kids, and then you're on the football field, you just like, oh shit, like, you know, I unfortunately I didn't have like my dad there to be like, all right, son, it was just me and the boys, you know, like I learned how to play sports from my niggas in the neighborhood.
But see, that's the difference though.
That's
we
the
were competitive. We in inner city or where we were from. We played the sport before we joined the team.
Right.
That's what it was.
You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
In that regard, yes. Also, for myself, that's the benefit of having older siblings. Whatever they was into, I already wanted to be into.
Yeah.
And you had an idea
They
of
play
how
baseball.
bigger
I
advantage than
already
people.
wanted to be.
Right.
Yo, y'all play? Well, fuck it, I want to play too. Y'all play football? I want to play football too. My oldest brother boxed and played basketball.
Right.
The brother under him played baseball. The brother under him played football. So I'm like, sign me up for all four.
Right.
you already exposed
Yeah,
to
that's
it.
why all my brothers will tell you, I was the best athlete because I played everything.
Yeah. But you had the best, or any one of us that I didn't had an older sibling, but by the time I was playing, he was already doing other things. But you had the best advantage because you had a chance to see what you may like, what you may not like. They had the advantage of pushing you on what they said. I think Tony be better at this.
Yeah.
And then by the time you decided to join the team, you was already self-motivated from the fam.
Yeah. Only thing, all of my sports supplies was fucking hand-me-down. So my cleats was worn, my football was dry and dirty, my basketball had the bubble on it. Everything was second class.
There is a threshold of how intense you can be as a parent. Like there's a low level of just being like just saying have fun and just looking at your phone while your kid playing the game. Then it's those crazy dads who are trying to live out the life they never had, right?
Right.
That's
Fight the
two
ref.
Those are two ends of the spectrum right
Did
here.
you say fight the ref?
Oh,
Yeah, like, bro,
yeah.
bro, I've seen refs stop the game like, hey, bro, either we can stop this game, we can go outside. Like, I've seen them talk to parents like, hey, bro, you can't yell at me like that. I'm a grown man. Like, you see all kinds of crazy stuff out there. But like, I'm somewhere in the middle of being like intense a little bit, but also realizing like, I should chill out a little bit. Nobody else is yelling like me. But I've been to games now where NBA dads are on the same bench as me, right? Or my kids play with an NBA dad's son.
Yeah.
And I've noticed him 3 for 3 now. The NBA dad don't say nothing the whole game. And I'm just sitting there like, now why am I yelling if he ain't?
Well, most of the time they yell. They
already
go to the
understood.
gym in the morning.
Exactly, it's already understood, right?
Like Tony just said, they looking at him like, I know what I got to do with
exactly.
One. So they
that's why I was like, yo.
We leave in practice today, and it's some bigger kids, like grown-up, teenage kids, with a bat. They set it up themselves. They set up a batting cage themselves. I saw them putting it together when we got there. And the kid is just taking whack. Crack. Crack. And Charleston stops and looks. And I said, that's next kiddo. He said, yeah, I got to do that.
Right.
He want to hit. I think we be in the house playing, like throwing stuff. He'll crack that shit.
You want to be that designated hitter.
He want to hit. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, our guest here, we had started talking about Charleston, so I talk about Charleston all night. Our guest is back, the first third timer.
I know.
Yes. I don't know when he hit a remote, but it better be something good. This nigga hit it the third time. Don't bring your ass back in here no more unless you got something to promote.
I got it.
What you got? What's going on? Danny Green, y'all, back in the green room.
First of all,
Dannon Green in the building.
First of all, thank you for having me here.
Again.
Y'all already know y'all some of my favorite people.
Appreciate that.
Trey already know that. That's
love,
and Joe and me, Rock. We talk sports and shit all the time.
Yes.
So I probably don't deserve to be back 3 times. I just be begging.
You're the designated certified official uncle.
You niggas
sitting in the back of the barbershop that never get a cut.
I'm going back. Take care, Tony. But no, man, I had wanted to come a couple weeks before because I had did the last show and I had talked about my documentary.
Yes.
And in between that time, so that's been a number of months probably. I wrote a letter last year to the Pennsylvania Boxing Hall of Fame
to get
them in. They got in.
Yes.
Right.
So they were inducted in on the 12th of this month.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
Congrats.
so thank you so much. So between that and a couple of projects I got on, I was like, man, I want to, plus y'all talk so much good shit, man. I'll be watching y'all. I'm like, nah, I got to come back at least once. But no, man, I have a lot of, I'm doing what everybody else is doing. I got to the point now, I hate when people say, man, what you up to? Because each and every one of us are doing the same thing, just at different levels.
Right.
But I got a film project right now that they're reading. It's back on the table. It's actually in the hand of a very good credible
wait. But
production
you got to go
company.
to the beginning. You can't start in the middle of that. You got to go to the beginning. The film is about and what made
Well,
you write
okay,
it? What's the idea?
Okay, so
like,
I won't tell you the ideal,
okay.
or the concept, but I'll say this: it's a film that I wrote a number of years ago, and without giving it away, it got stolen and made into a movie.
What
So a
was
lot
that
of people.
movie?
You can't say the movie that was made.
No, you know what? I'll say it because it's called "Who's Your Caddy."
Who's your
Yeah, I
caddy?
remember that.
That was my
Wasn't
movie.
With Big
Finesse
Boy.
in that?
I don't know. That
Big
was
Boy from Outkast.
Yeah, Big Boy.
Finesse was in that too, right?
Oh, I don't
Finesse
know.
Mitchell.
yeah, that was my film,
Okay.
and we had a lawsuit, and we won.
Oh shit.
Oh,
So
shit.
it was on Edmonds Entertainment. At the time,
Whose hand did you put your script into?
well, so here's how that all came about. And one of my partners, Lamont Farrell, you remember Lamont Farrell?
Yes,
He
yes.
was a writer out here. So Lamont they were looking at him for management. He said, Dan, they looking for projects. And Lamont and I have already written a film together. We wrote a film called the JBM, the Junior Black Mafia. And then I've written like 2 other films before I had this meeting. So anyway, took a meeting with them. I took about 11 meetings in town, and this is why I say now I don't get into, I got this going on. I just, I'm trying to hustle. You know what I mean? So make a long story short, we had a meeting.
We gotta say one thing.
Yeah.
I don't get into that either because nobody give a fuck until it's done.
They don't think you don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
I had like, and this is recently, like about 3 months ago. I realized like, stop telling motherfuckers what you're working on.
Yeah.
Let them just see when the shit is done
Yeah.
because nobody give a fuck till
Nobody
it's done.
care. And that's why I
And then you
said,
just seem like the guy that's like, I'm working on this, I'm working on this. And when they don't see the finished product, it's like this nigga just talking shit.
right. And on top of it, in one situation, I waited because I knew people that could get connected.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you ever done this. I waited. I told the person, look, man, I'm not going to go into these people until we know we got, oh, man, it looks good, blah, blah, blah. We're sitting down, just make this change, blah, blah. We had another good conversation, good meeting. I said, okay, man, all the money's there. So then what I did, I started calling the favorites. A real name casting director who read it. Okay, then I like it. If you get the money, bam,
Mhm.
we're good. So once I got started getting everybody in, and then people started reading it, then these people disappeared. So that's why I got to the point, and this happened about a year ago.
Which
I said,
people disappeared?
on my other screenplay that I had. I
Okay.
had a screenplay that was on the table for a year, and these people literally were like, I'm talking about taking meetings, I'm changing the budget, I'm everything, my boy, Fedorov?
No.
Okay, he works on Eddie Murphy movies. He's a producer for,
Okay, no.
he connected me. Make a long story short, man, these people held me on the string for about 10 months. And one day I called, I said, this is not working. And so I did a heat check and I said, look, I think I'm just gonna go another direction. I was going to curse him out, really, but then my producer was like, she said, Dan, you can't do that. Just so I said, hey, I think I'm gonna go another direction. And you would think if you send somebody a message like, you're gonna go another direction, if they really were interested, they would call us back like, yo, we just been busy. Is this sure you what you want? Nothing. It's been a year and a half, nothing. And that really turned I don't want to say, I never want to use the word bitter because I picked this field, but it made me do just what you said, Tone. I'm like, I'm not even going to talk about, what I'm doing or what I got on the table until it goes. But I got this film right now. And, well, anyway, on the other project, what happened, I met with some people, I got it in their hands. Everybody passed. And then one day I'm watching the NBA finals and I see the commercial. And I'm like, damn,
Wow.
and then, I will say this, I had the biggest lawyer in town, probably the town. He's still big, Alice Weingarten. He used to be Snoop's lawyer and all of them dudes' lawyer.
His last name Weingarten.
Yeah, but I was training him. That's how I had him. I was training him in boxing. So he knew about the project because he was going to try to help me with another deal. And I said, Alex, man, I think that's my film. He said, Dan, I don't know. I read the script, blah, blah, blah. He said, okay. So then what he did, he said, I'll go check it out. And if it's yours, I'll let you know. And it's all public knowledge. And he was like, he hit me up. I was on the corner of Laurel Canyon and Ventura, 12:30 at night, printing out some other scripts. He got a call. Hey, Alex.
Oh,
hey.
the FedEx. No, that's the.
The FedEx.
FedEx.
Kinko,
Yeah,
right there in the corner.
yeah.
It used to be 24 hours back in the day.
Yeah, because CBS Radford is right there.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, and I'm printing out scripts, and he goes, I think they took your project. I'm going to rep you. And I won. And then I sat on it for a long time, and now I got this project back out there, and I got some good heat. So I'm really just keeping it. I'm not gonna get into detail.
What does winning the lawsuit look like? Was there a payout? Was there?
It was something that I didn't want to do, but I did because I was broke at the time.
Right.
I wanted to go to court.
Oh, they settled.
Oh, they settled.
They settled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got 6 figures,
Okay.
but but he still had to get broken off.
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right.
It was me and my writing
No,
partner.
you listen. Once a white lawyer named Weingarten says I'm going to represent you,
Yeah.
there's a strong possibility you going to win that shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's not doing this if he's not getting paid.
Right.
He's not doing this if he don't think there's a chance.
Right.
He's doing this shit as a
Oh
favor.
no!
Did you have a
When he
case?
said, because he's he's a good friend. I'm a friend of the family. I trained him. I trained his son in boxing, and he was like, he helped me. And it's just. It was very disappointing, but now I got that project and another project out in the hands of these people right now. I got this other project, and the other one they really, really, they feel good about. So I'm just, I'm learning, because I'm a talker, as y'all know. I'm learning to keep my mouth shut now and just not say nothing.
I got a question for
Bro,
you.
can
So,
I wait? 1 second, Fox. 1 second. Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
I wrote brief. Give you the short version. Wrote a script. Punch it up.
Right.
COVID hit. Sat with it. Okay, I got a whole. I don't know how long we're gonna be down, so let me just revisit everything I ever wrote.
Right.
Rewrote it again. Everybody I let read it was like, "Yo, this is the best it's ever been." I let a casting director read it, who I am good friends with.
Right.
She said, "I'm in. Let's make this shit."
Right.
And here's who I see as the lead. I said, "Whoa. I wrote this for me. I'm out."
Right.
Now, if you want to talk about being bitter, I believe in your project, nigga. I don't believe in you as
Right.
the lead.
Joe, keep your thought, because I want to say something on that. The thing about my films, I never write me as the lead. And the reason is because, I have a face more than a name. You have a name and a face. So I understand, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to make that the deal breaker for me.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do, I write to the point where I got a role, but you wouldn't know that this dude wrote the film.
Mm-hmm.
And my films are not all urban films. Only two and a half really are. Everything else is mainstream, and I write that way. So you would be surprised, especially like this one I just wrote called Heartbreak Hotel. That's the one I'm getting a lot of heat on, and that's a whole white film. You know what I mean, with a few black leads. And I not purposely wrote it white, but the storyline, the way that it is, it's a black and a white lead. You know what I'm saying? But in your case, I understand, because think about what happened with Stallone. They said the same to Stallone. Stallone wrote Rocky.
Yo, that's so funny you said that, because everybody that's like talks to me about it, like other people that have read it, like, yo, man, there might be just a big ass check. They might just cut you a stupid check to shoot. I go, nah, bro. I said the same thing happened to Stallone. He was just like, I'm gonna stand on
the
that.
only way I would do it, Tone, is if it was a situation where they will offer you, like, okay, you can make me executive producer. I get a role in it. Maybe not the role you don't. Okay, that's the role you don't want me to have. Okay, I'll bite the bullet, but. Right. I got to get this, and this on top of it,
Yeah.
What you would say, Joe?
Now, see, I was going into it like I want this, and this on top, and I'm the lead.
Yeah, but see,
maybe I was asking for too much.
You might have been, but
tell him.
You kind of came in hot on that one.
I don't want to tell him everything.
Look, I wrote it and already had half of that shit casted.
Yeah, but
yo, my man playing this role. Shorty gonna play this role.
You'd have to film that then yourself. You have to film the whole first pilot yourself and then show it to them.
Yeah, we changed it.
Shit.
That's last thing. We changed it from a feature to an episodic.
Okay,
turned it into 7 episodes.
Oh, okay,
bro.
I've done that too. One of mine. So yeah, I would say, man. Like you said, shoot the.
Hassan Minaj did.
Proof of concept.
Hassan Minaj say he took out his whole savings to film his first episode of what was that show he had on Netflix called the news show Hassan Minaj had. He met with them with the first episode already filmed as a pilot, and when they was in the meeting, it was like
proof of concept. They can
shit. That looked good, and they just roll with him. So like, you might have to bankroll the pilot, and that's proof of concept.
Yeah, but I think you're doing the right thing. For me, I've been writing. I have like 5 films. I've had great option deals on them. Like my best deal, I had 30,000.
Nice.
And when when I hit the bank account, I was like, oh shit, I wrote this and they liking it like that, and they never did nothing with it. So I was able to retain the script. But I got 5 screenplays and 3 television shows, and so I really feel like I'm going to be like Quentin Tarantino. I really feel like that, because if you know about his history, they turned down all his stuff in the beginning. No one would take nothing, and then when they took Reservoir Dog, which was his first one to get out there, then they brought everything else. It's
always that first one.
So that's the dominant. What did you say, Joe? I didn't want to.
Well, you were talking about someone took your movie or took your idea. I was like, well, how do you protect the idea, or when you have the actual script and you're trying to get people's opinions?
It's easy to.
Yeah, so how do you
can't protect it, but you protect it. Because if people gonna steal, they're gonna steal.
Because what you got to remember is it's cheaper to pay the fee.
The fee of
it's cheaper to settle.
But
compared to what they're gonna make in the movie,
But what he's saying though,
I get you.
It's not cheaper for them.
No, it is.
Because
Think about it. Think about it.
Go ahead.
If you made a movie,
Mm-hmm.
they saw the movie like, oh, this movie good, fuck, we gonna steal it. It's gonna gross 15 million, 16 million in the box office.
Right.
Now we might get sued. We could settle for 150,000, 200,000. They still in the green. They still winning.
Well,
so that's what I'm saying.
When you look at you look at the movies that the Weinsteins did.
Oh, she got
and it was
super
sister.
duper paid.
Yeah. She I'll be like
the Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
But her getting paid compared to what they made.
Yeah, but see, here's what I'm saying though. In terms of what I think, how Joe was saying it. Let me put it this way: the money doesn't do you any good if you can't get the credit and be able to move on to another project.
Right.
So I don't want it that way.
Oh, of course.
Oh, the money do you a little good.
You're no longer attached to it.
The money do you a little good.
The money do you a lot good.
Yeah, you don't get the credit, but you're like, I don't get the credit.
But there's
What
no
room
way
is
to.
this?
There's no way to, because to answer this question, there's really no way to protect it.
But let me tell you how you protect it in terms of so you legally get your money back. One, you register with the WGA.
Yeah, the
You
Writers
got to do
Guild.
that.
Mhm.
And secondly, which is the mistake I made, which could have probably got me some millions, is you have to also register it with the copyright.
Copyright,
office.
yeah.
That's what I didn't do WGA. I did copyright.
You do both. No, you can do both.
Yeah.
You do both.
It's not that expensive, right? For the copyright one.
No, copyright is only like 40
Yeah, I'm
Either
saying.
one is
But
Finally,
the
they
Writers
both
Guild, is that anybody? I thought you had to be a member of the Writers Guild.
You can write. You can have a
get
one-page
Treatment.
treatment. Just
Give it to them.
register to they'll put it in an envelope. They'll
Yeah.
put your name on it, and it's registered for 10 years.
So when you have meetings, trying to pitch it or whatever, and you're actually giving the script to people, they can, if they took it and they ran with it, but it's registered with the WGA, so
You
hey,
can
look,
sue
this is
them.
registered.
Yeah,
Now,
but see,
give
now what I
Writers
do
to
now, I
sue.
don't even give people the script anymore. I give them the NDA first.
See that?
You know
Yes, that's what I'm
what I
talking about. Like,
You
okay, NDA,
you get the
sign this,
NDA,
read
yeah.
it.
Unless, like the deal I'm doing with right now, the dude told me, and I know this guy. So he was like, Dan, the people I'm taking it to, my relationship is good with them. So it's almost a slight insult if you ask them to, you know what I mean, because of the level where they at. I'm like, but I have to go. I have to have faith that his people are the way they are. So I'm not, you know what I mean, where you just okay to have them sign this because they're like, they don't know you. This is a deal that I'm going to broker. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not someone that you're dealing with directly, and like say it's Tone, and I'm just using you Tone so as example, but you say it's Tone, and Tone says, well, I'm gonna take it to Trey. You don't know Trey, but you trust Tone, and Tone says, look, we don't need an NDA. This dude is good. You got to have the faith enough to say, okay, cool, no NDA. But if not, you go with the NDA. What I do now is I just give them the synopsis. Anytime I do now, anytime any meetings I have, I give them the synopsis, read that, and then if they like it, depending if I'm brokering it, I tell the guy, look, like this guy here, what helped me with this deal is that the guy read the script. Because what happens with a lot of us, and it didn't happen for you the way it sound, Tone, but we'll get a script and your man say, okay, I'm gonna pass it to, I'm gonna give it to Kev, so Kev people, and then what happens? You giving it to Kevin's top dogs, the people, the people at the door. So they don't know you. It's okay, but we pass. But if your relationship is good with Kevin, then you read the script, and then they come back and go, it's okay. Nah. I read the script. I know the script is good. They should be looking at it, and that's what happened with this here. This guy read it. He said, "Yo, I like it," and then it was a stronger pitch for me.
Okay,
but it's tough, man. Yeah,
I've had a good friend of mine who script got stolen. Well, show Real Husbands of Hollywood.
Wow.
He wrote a spec episode for it, turned it in. They passed, and then like the next season, that exact episode about the exact same thing was one of the episodes.
Let me tell you something, man.
And he said, and I ain't gonna name the names because I'm cool with everybody in the
But it
sense.
happens. It's just real. Keep it a buck.
And to this day, he gets mad about it. And But I was like, you should have sued.
He didn't take legal action. I didn't.
But
Think so.
and he was like, I ain't want because I ain't wanted to damage me or get me blackballed in the industry. I said, you can't get blackballed in the business you're not already in yet.
Yeah. Well, I had the same thing. You know what's deep about that? My writing partner on my joint didn't want to do it, but I was mad. Let me tell you something, man. I
didn't want to sue or didn't want to do the project?
Didn't want to sue.
Okay.
Bro, let me tell you something. There is no worse feeling. When I went to the movie theaters to watch it, I went to watch it with Bishop Kenneth Allman's son. That's how real this is. There is no worse feeling in the world than to watch something and you seeing people laughing and you like, motherfuckers. If this jaw wasn't connected, like the old cartoon, boing, you know what I mean? Like, and
so they took the screenplay, everything.
Yeah, the concept. But the reason was before chat TV, all this, they have what they call in writing an expert witness. Now I don't know if you know what an expert witness is. So if you don't, just for the fan base, I know we probably your expert witness is a person that reads your screenplay, reads the screenplay that you think is it was taken from, and then researches other screenplays like that to find out if. And my expert witness was like, mine was an original. Every film that I've written right now has been original idea, and it was an original, and that's what helped us get over the point, over the joint.
Wow.
Was just so I'm clear, the lawsuit was against Edmonds Entertainment?
It was whoever put they were named in it.
Okay. And
so it was under them because that was the production company at the time that did it. So it was them, so yeah, it was under them. It was under Edmonds. It wasn't. I didn't meet with Tracy at the time or Babyface at the time. I was their people, but
Babyface.
The way that it was proven was because I won't tell you who the casting director is, but they
it's
knew.
Only three of them.
No.
It's
more than three.
It was a black.
Hey, you can
He
IMDb
wasn't around back at that time.
Okay, so it wasn't a black person.
No, it was black. But they weren't the one that they're not the one that did it. They're the one that helped validate that I was in the room.
Yeah.
If somebody comes in here right now, say you wrote a screenplay and you told them 2 or 3 lines, all you have to prove is that at some point you were in that space with them. And if you can prove it, that's going to work in your favor. And a lot of people don't understand that. They get like, oh man, no, did you meet with this company? And that's when your lawyer comes in. You got to have a high-end lawyer that is going to push it.
That's the right question.
Yeah.
Man, well,
it's the business, man. I just came back from the East Coast, man. 11 days out there, Trey and Tone, Joe. What's your name again, my man?
John.
I'm sorry, John. Apologize.
Okay,
apologize. And it rejuvenated me, but it let me know you can't, when you come out here, man, this is just something that we picked. And you can't let it define you or it's going to eat you up. That's why
I say all the time.
Yeah,
on the episode, you got to, in this business, you got to find a sense of normalcy. You know what I mean? Away from the business to help keep you sane. You got to have a balance.
Especially when you know you have the talent. That's the thing. Like when you write a screenplay, man, look at all these movies that are flopping. Bro, they're flopping every fucking, it's ridiculous.
I'm laughing because I'm like, yo, what you just said, I'm like, yo, that's the shit that keeps me, like you said, especially when you're talented, that's the shit that keeps me sane in this insane city business that we in.
The family.
Whack motherfuckers be like, yo, this nigga's on the silver screen. Whack movies get made. Horrible TV shows get picked up for season 7.
Like paid
the
out.
shit that makes me go, yo, hey man, what you gonna do? Because I know I'm talented.
Right.
If I wasn't talented, I'd be pulling my hair out because I'm like, yo, how's this shitty stuff getting made? I'm shitty. Why am I shitty stuff not going? But I'm like this. Hey, man, that let me know it ain't me.
It ain't me.
It's just that cat knew somebody and that production company knew somebody. Or that agency knew something.
Nepotism network.
It's dudes out here that are huge that ain't talented. I'm telling you. But I don't believe in making beef unless it's beef. You know what I mean? So I don't believe in calling out motherfuckers and all that. Like, unless you fuck with me, then I'm gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, that's like, what's that gonna do? Like,
because that's gonna do nothing after. But like you said, T, it's like I watch. What people don't know, I'm really into. I read the trades. I'm looking into all of that. I watch all of that. I'm like, damn, this film flop. Now Disney just had another film, Tron.
Tron
now, what makes me upset is that all 5 of us could come in with an original script. That could be great. They won't make it, but they'll make a remake
Of a
For
remake.
15,
Of a
of a
remake.
remake
Mhm.
Yeah.
for 25 King Kongs
Or
You know what I mean?
Predator.
Like-
They're making
and I'm like-
another Predator.
Yeah.
and lose the
Alien.
money and then wonder why the industry's fucked up.
Just off of the strength of the first one being successful,
Mhm.
they're gonna give you 4 more.
They gonna yeah.
They did one Tron that was like, I think the first one was a big hit, right? The
Yeah, that was in the
Bridges one.
70s,
Yeah.
though.
And then they just keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
Flop, 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 flop. Rocky 1, 2, 3, good. Everything else bullshit.
Right.
Four was
They
good.
kept that shit going. They spend it into fucking
Creed.
Creed.
And then they
You know.
got
And now that shit got bad.
yeah.
You didn't like the last Creed with Jonathan
Them
Majors?
niggas is fighting in a dream and
Yeah.
shit. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga, throw hands. Nigga, niggas fighting in a jail cell.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hilarious.
Michael B. Jordan directed it, so props for you
Yeah.
for,
Oh,
get,
yeah,
for working
yeah.
your way
That's
up from
what-
actor to director.
You can see the
good,
difference.
Yeah.
But
And
nigga, that
Creed-
shit was
Yeah.
trash.
And Creed 1, the only reason I was happy about Creed 1 because
It was good. Creed 1 was good.
Plus the guy that played the referee, that's the dude he's one of the boxers in my documentary.
Do you know why?
Okay.
Now we're gonna switch gears for a second. Do you know why the Rocky series was so successful, and why Creed was so successful? You know why?
The original person that was attached that wrote it.
Stallone?
It was Apollo, man. Apollo was the star of. Apollo was the champ in the first one.
Oh,
They fought to a draw.
Yeah.
Apollo was like, let's do a rematch, right?
He got killed.
The third one, Apollo was
Trained
like,
him.
I'm gonna train you.
Right.
The fourth one,
He
Apollo
got
got killed.
Yeah.
After that, after Apollo, shitty.
And then Creed.
Then Creed,
his son.
Apollo's
Yeah.
son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apollo's, bruh,
Yeah.
it was all of
Apollo.
the essence of Apollo.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
true.
You know what's crazy about the Rocky movie? Because I was living in Philly at the time. We were, especially as kids, and I was fighting. Because Rocky was what 1979, 70.
No, the first one
1980, right?
came out way like 77.
The first one was
I wasn't
a
born
long
yet
time
when the
ago.
first one came out.
Right.
It
Okay.
came
I
out-
was born until
It
80.
was in the 70s.
Nigga, I remember
Yeah.
my parents had an argument one Saturday.
It's already funny.
No, you know what I remember? So this is it's props to my parents. They argued so infrequently in front of us that when they did, it was like,
This must be some
I
real
it
shit.
stuck
going
with me.
on.
You know what I'm saying? So I remember them arguing, and my mother was like, "Everybody get dressed. Y'all get dressed," and got us all dressed. And was like, "Get in the car." And took us to the movies. Like she just wanted to get away from my dad, so we went to see Rocky.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, okay.
And I'm like, "Oh shit, that was pretty dope." Like, nigga, argue next week.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
Like, something else coming out.
What
Yeah.
else is
Yeah,
coming
and then when
out?
we came home, my pops was like, "Yo, like, I think he gave Chrissy money to like take us to get some food." And then him and my mom's went to dinner that night. And came home, and 9 months later, I had another sibling.
I mean,
That's how it worked.
People said that, but
Was
Rocky
Brian-
was so. The thing about Rocky, it was so inspirational, man. You know what I mean?
Kenny was
Go ahead,
born
yo.
after
No,
he was
no.
arguing.
No, the thing about Rocky was it was just so. It for the city, it was like, because if you don't know anything about Philadelphia fighting, all the wars are in the gym. People always say, why don't Philadelphia have more world champions? The reason that we didn't have so many more world champions, because most of them dudes left the world champion fight in the sparring matches. You know what I'm saying? That's why we didn't have a lot. And that's why like the Midwest has always been good. They've always moved their fighters differently as amateurs. You know, we would have wars in the gym. By the time you get ready to have your fight, you then had this is, you know, your gym fight was probably tougher than your fight, but then you left everything in the gym. You know, so that's why they talk about the Philly Wars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when Rocky came out, man, everybody was just like, you know, yeah, that's us. You know what I mean?
Damn, is that like that's a good question? Like, what's the move? Like, that is definitely a movie that has galvanized the city of Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The whole Rocky series.
Yeah.
What other cities have a movie that just put them on the map in that regard? I don't
Oh, like in a positive regard?
yeah. What's the
Cause I'm sure ain't
what's
no
the New
Jersey.
York movie?
New Jack City.
No, that's not
Crack,
positive.
No, he was straight hood.
It put New York on the map to me. I know shit
I
about
would
New
say
York. That's why that movie.
Jersey might be Lean on Me with Joe Clark, the school. They
I thought that was
graduated.
Chicago.
No, that was Jersey.
That was
Was Jersey?
Jersey. Maybe Lean on Me.
LA
Patterson.
definitely got to be.
But that's a franchise. That's like, yo, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You nigga. Perfect example. So maybe give you guys some context on what I mean. There's a statue of Rocky in Philadelphia.
In front of the
What
museum.
city? What other movie
No,
from your
It's only
city
Philly.
did that much for that city?
I would say only.
I think there's no other movie like that that made Philly so synonymous with a movie
Yeah,
that they have a statue of a
The
fictional
only movie I
character.
can think of that,
yeah.
and only because the symbol was already was Sleepless in Seattle. Was that the What was that movie that was?
Yeah,
what
Seasons
was-
in Seattle.
Tom
Tom Hanks and
Yeah,
Tom Hanks.
because it had
Yeah.
the thing in terms of the. But Rocky, the statue was made after the movie. So
Yes,
you're
the,
absolutely
the,
right.
the,
yeah,
um,
it's only
the
film-
Space
it's-
Needle was already Space Needle was already, Space
whatever
Needle was
it
already
is,
there.
Right.
It got to be
Yeah.
Rocky.
It didn't make the Space Needle. Space
No, it
Needle was
didn't.
there.
Right.
They made
Yeah.
a statue for a
Yeah.
fictional character.
And the funny thing about it, people think Rocky's real. They're like, so where did he fight? Like, bitch, it's a movie. He ain't in no gym. People used to ask me that.
Well, there
Where
was
did
a
he
real
fight?
version
you ain't
of
gonna be
Rocky.
shooting in the
Yeah,
gym.
yeah.
It was somebody who was the real Rocky.
Chuck, what was his name? Chuck Wepnick? What was his
Chuck
name?
Webner.
Yeah.
Chuck
So the
Webner,
story,
yeah.
so the story
Uh,
behind it is Chuck Webner was a
And
sales-
he sued.
Oh, wow.
Did he sue?
He sued.
Story?
Well, yeah, the story. Yeah, he sued.
Yeah.
But the storyline behind him was he was I think a liquor bill sales rep,
Uh-huh.
but a fighter, and he was ready to fight Ali. And so during the promotion, Muhammad, Ali was like, look, I need you to call me a nigga, during the promotion, like during the,
Yeah.
when
Press
we promote the press conferences and
Mhm.
stuff, and he wouldn't do it. He said, no, I have black friends.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But Ali was trying to get,
Yeah,
Mhm.
get a
Trying
high-
to get the publicity.
think about it. This is back in the 70s
Mhm.
with the
Yeah.
black and white shit. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? In terms of sports. I mean, the Bird and Magic.
Right,
shit.
right.
So,
The rivalries.
right.
Yeah,
So what happened in the fight was, if you don't know what happened, him and Ali was fighting. And when he went, so I don't know what round it was, I forget the round, but when he went to hit Ali, he hit Ali with a body punch, right? Kind of like a wild body punch. But he stepped on Ali's foot
Mhm.
and Ali fell.
Mhm.
And the ref came in.
Yeah.
And and if you're fighting in Jersey, AC, where he's from, so the crowd's going wild, like yo, Then Ali wound up coming back and goes
that.
to hell in that. But that's where
But
the storyline came from.
I remember that. But not only did Ali get up and whip his ass, he beat the shit out of that dude, beat him bloody.
No, he
And then
yeah.
that was like the legend of like,
Right.
he can just take a beat and he just won't stop
Yeah.
coming. And
Oh,
and
wow.
they took that and was like, okay, this Italian guy,
Mhm.
he's just gonna get beat and beat and beat, but he'll keep coming.
Yeah.
Even in the movie, he says in Rocky 2, I
He
seen
won't
you beat
stop.
that man like you ain't never beat no man before, and
Yeah.
he kept coming.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He's
That's
like,
what
you
You know what's
good
funny
for it.
about
character,
boxing though? When I fought amateur in Philadelphia, you know who we hated to fight the worst? We hated to fight the white boys.
I say
Because
all
we
the time.
knew the white boys, no, not that they was better than us. We just knew them motherfuckers gonna be
Don't-
there. They gonna be in shape
Yeah.
and they gonna be there the whole time.
And they gonna
Won't
They
bleed
done
all
go
over.
down.
We
Keep
didn't
coming.
box with a white dude. He
Yeah,
gonna bleed
yeah,
all
yeah.
over him.
I always say the winner of a white fight
What's
is
up,
not
kiddo?
the
Yes.
winner of a white fight is not the person who actually loses. Is the person who was
Wait, hold
most
on,
determined.
hold on. Y'all gotta hear this. Y'all gotta hear this. Say it again.
I got sport injury.
You got a
Uh-oh.
sports injury?
Oh my God.
What happened?
They
What
won.
happened?
I hurt my tummy while I was doing sport.
You hurt your tummy?
Oh.
Maybe you got to poop.
I just did.
Okay, so you'll be all right. That's how sports work, man. You get hurt a little bit and you play again the next time. Okay. You feeling better or no?
You got a concussion?
And why you putting the Band-Aid? Why you got a Band-Aid just putting it on like why?
Hilarious.
Where's the Band-Aid going?
Right here.
On your tummy? Okay, put it on your tummy.
Band-Aid on-
He got a
Okay.
sports
That's
injury.
what it is.
Oh my God. That's
You need to
all
go to the hospital?
I- Oh man.
Want me to come take you to the hospital? You need that? You need Dr. Dada? Your Band-Aid fell off, yeah.
Hilarious.
You need Dr. Dada?
Dr. Dada. That's funny.
It's right there in your lap. It's in your lap. I see it right there in your lap. Hey, do you need Dr. Dada? No? Dr. No one? Okay,
He's
good.
a doctor.
I need Dr. Candy.
Nigga, Dr.
Okay,
Who?
Dada. Hey, Dada's doing the podcast, so I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I'm having a really good conversation, all right? Okay, give me one. Turn around, please. Give me one. Peace. I love you.
Boy, I tell you.
Dada,
I got a sports. How old is he?
5.
Oh my God.
I got a sports injury, Dada.
I don't even think we knew what the injury was. When we came home, we
listen.
definitely didn't say sports injury. What happened? Nigga, I got hurt.
Ouch.
Yeah.
What was you just making a good point?
Oh,
Just
I
now.
was you talking about the white boys. They don't.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man. They bleed
don't-
all over you.
You can win, but you can still lose in a white boy fight because they don't give up, man.
They
You
don't
just
give up, man.
like
They gonna be in shape.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something.
Because
Out of
fighting you
Philly,
is the, fighting
the
you is
white
their
boys could
championship.
go. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I lost to a white boy in the championship fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw Paulie Malignaggi fighting this weekend in a bare knuckles.
Is he?
Yeah, he's doing bare knuckle now. Yeah.
I went to the in his boots fight in Philly 2 weeks ago. I was there.
What do you think about him?
You know, I like him. One, he got skills. He does have skills.
No question.
That's no question. But I have to see him with stiffer competition that can withstand that first wave of heat.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
You just said the same exact thing I said to Ruben. Ruben hit me and was like, yo, what's up with this boots in his cat? I said, yo, bro, not a question at all.
Yeah.
He got skills.
Yeah.
I just need to see him fight somebody that I know.
Yeah,
like,
that can get through that first round,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And
that knows to weather that storm.
Right.
Yo, let's get into some deep
that
water.
can counter him. And, you know, because he had a couple fights where he got hit more than what they thought it was, and those guys really went to the level. I don't think he can beat Crawford right now, even Crawford's older. Because the thing about boxing.
That's not a fight they should even make right now.
No, but they can make it, but Crawford would have to come. Crawford's at 65, 68 now. So Crawford's like, I'm not going back down to fight nobody. Crawford already said it.
Yeah.
You know, but the thing about boxing is you don't forget how to fight. You just a second or two slower.
Right.
That's all, you know what I mean?
No, I mean, I don't think that's a fight they should make right now because I don't think it's
I
don't think it's at Crawford's level right now. I just beat the shit out of Canelo, who nobody thought, everybody thought had me as the underdog, and I whipped this motherfucker easy work.
I won 150. I knew Crawford was going to win. I bet him on that.
Yeah, no, I had Crawford all the way.
Yeah. But plus, there's a lot of people at 154 right now. So he's Boots. You know, you got the young boy, the Mexican boy out of New York. I mean, I'm sorry, out of Texas. That's the one he called out. God damn, like his name is on top of my tongue, but there's like a lot of people at 54.
Charlos are there, right? Charlos at 54.
One of them even wants to fight them, the Charlo brothers.
That'd be a good fight.
I think one of them, because them dudes let their hands go. See, the thing is, how do you fight how do you withstand dudes that let their hands go?
They let their hands go. I think they sat too long. They sat dormant too long.
Mm-hmm.
Dudes ain't fighting like 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, they hadn't fight in a
That's
while.
too long.
They sat too.
You
bruh.
can't. Yeah.
And Boots fought maybe 3 times in the last 2
It's
years.
it's like the Keith Thurmans. Keith Thurman's the same. Keith Thurman was supposed to fight the other boy, the real big 6'7" dude.
Fundora?
Yeah.
They're not fighting?
No, he broke his hand.
It don't matter. Fundora was going to break his head.
Yeah. Fundora
was going to destroy Keith Thurman.
I was at the fight when he got knocked out in Carson.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was there. Hey, kept that chin up, man.
Yeah.
You got it, man. When you that tall,
I'm going to the joint in Dallas, November 8th, I think it is. Edison Lubin and
is that the what's name fight with the young boy from Baltimore? Is his fight with Jake Paul?
No.
They fighting like Riyadh. They rescheduled that.
They fighting in Saudi Arabia, right?
No, I thought it was Vegas.
I thought, but didn't it get pushed back?
They had moved it. I don't think he moved it to Saudi Arabia. They moved it to.
I thought it was Saudi Arabia.
They left like somebody's hometown.
Oh, they promoting it. The Saudi Arabians are promoting it.
Well, because it's going to be on DAZN.
Oh, is that what it is?
And he's the big money behind DAZN now.
What? No, Edison Lubin is fighting. Damn, what's my Vince? Anyway, it's a fight November 8th in Dallas.
You gonna be down there?
Yeah. I had Saturday off.
Fighting, man. Fighting. It's nothing like going to a good fight, man. The energy and
that Barclays. You ever been fight at Barclays?
Let me tell you. I gotta tell you. I was at the Barclay when Deontay Wilder was in the prime and he fought Brazil. I was at the fight, the first round.
I think
knockout.
I was there when I think I was
there. Knocked him out the first round.
Yeah.
I never, and I've been to a lot of sporting events. Never in my life did I go to a fight where when this dude got hit with that right hand, 19,000 people stood up at the same time. I'd never seen that. He clipped him. He clipped him, man. But, you know, Deontay, respect, but he should have never lost. He should have never, not a 6'6", 7 with a right hand like that.
That's all he had.
He wasn't really.
But he wouldn't listen to the trainers. I'll say that. Because Breland's a friend of mine. I know Breland. He did my documentary and everything. And Breland, I asked
Breland from down the block.
Down the block. I just said to Breland,
Mm-hmm.
how he look? Breland, like he looking good. And I knew Breland didn't teach him just to throw right hands, even though that was Breland's specialty.
Yeah. Man, listen.
That was his specialty. But I know Breland did try to get him to box more. He just,
Well, you could go further back than that. Deontay was never a boxer.
No, he didn't start till like he was like 18, 19.
23 or something like that.
For
He was
his order.
never a
Olympics,
boxer.
but
He was
made it-
athletic.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it in football.
But he just hit so damn hard.
I can't be a fucking CPA, so
Right.
fuck it. Let me just try this
And his
boxing
daughter-
shit.
his
His
daughter
daughter
does
was
it.
sick, but I mean, he
Right,
never
right,
had the
right.
he
I
never
can't
had
count.
boxing skills.
Mhm.
There's fighting and there's boxing. He was never a boxer.
But if you're
He
not
was a
Right.
whaler.
But if you
that was his money
but
maker.
if you got see here's the power is the neutralizer. That's the neutralizer
Right.
of any fight. As a trainer, see what I told people, and my partner agreed with me that when I was back in Philly, my boy Lydell Johnson, shout out to him. We said what we would have done, because we seen it before in our gym. We would have took some duct tape, we'd have duct taped that right hand right here every day.
Don't let him use
And
it.
he would have had to use his left hand
Mm.
for everything up until maybe a month before fight time.
They used to do
And we would have had him doing it. Like, so say he didn't fight in a year, that's what he would have did. Because you should be able to beat a man or survive with one hand. Especially your jab.
They
hand.
used to do the tennis ball in Brooklyn. Put the tennis ball here.
Right, and don't take
let
it
the
up-
tennis ball fall.
Yes, right. And so this way, you learn how to hook. You learn how to do making all your moves off the jab.
Mhm.
Never did that. So when Deontay tried it the one time against Fury, remember he tried to come out boxing a little bit. And they're like, "Oh, he looking different." By the third round, oh, he back to it, and
Yeah.
you know,
And it showed.
and it shows.
Mm.
You know,
Best boxer. Your opinion. Your opinion. Don't give me the stats and who did what. In your opinion.
okay. To me, my favorite three and the best in terms of just pure boxer, I think Floyd is the top boxer.
Mhm.
Second, Marvin Hagler.
Mm.
And third for me, even though he got beat, was Alexis Oguel. And I'm talking about, now you talk about boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm talking about putting combinations together, bam. Then Tommy Hearns is my fourth. The reason I go with Floyd, and I don't believe and I don't buy into all of this, he picked fighters and all that shit. When you got to fight, you got to fight. It's like comedy. Stage is the stage. Where we go, you got to perform. It ain't no bad crowd.
Mm.
It's you get the crowd.
Mhm.
So Floyd had to fight at a high level because every fight he had, people either wanted to see him get beat.
That was their championship.
That was their
That was
championship fight.
everybody he fought. That was their Super Bowl.
And Floyd had to be in shape. Floyd he never had an off night.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So that's why I picked Floyd. Ray Leonard, to me, in terms of explosive fighters, him and Aaron Pryor. Explosive fighters.
Oh man, Aaron.
You know what I
Pryor.
mean? Like
Yeah.
letting them go and
Yeah.
getting off. But in terms of pure boxing, that I like, because Hagler was that dude too, because Hagler didn't lose. He was like, he defended the title 12 times, 30 times until he fought Ray. And when he fought Ray, that was questionable.
There's still some speculation.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
still some speculation.
Yeah, but
yeah.
he never fought again.
Yeah.
I got to give a man a respect because as a man, when he felt that was stolen from him, he never fought again.
Yeah.
He left the sport. But those are the guys that I
He was
really
like,
think.
fuck this game. He realized, like, because you got to understand, like, to fight, to train all that time, fight the whole fight, beginning to end, not a dull moment that whole fight.
Not damaged, not hurt.
Fight ends, and you believe in your head, your heart of heart that you won, and they go, nah, he won. That's like, oh, you know what? Fuck this. Game.
Yeah.
Fuck. It's like how we used to talk about the script earlier, like how
Yeah.
the business will make you better. He was like, nah, fuck.
Yeah,
this.
and he left, man. And Hagler was, and you know, and the funny thing about a lot of these dudes, when it comes to Floyd, and I won't say no names because I'm not gonna get into that, but I was with a big name who told me, I said, before the Pacquiao fight, I was with this big name, and I said, you fighter, and I said, can Floyd beat him? He said, man, Floyd can beat him. He can destroy him.
You don't think
And-
that?
No, I'm always gonna cut you off because
Go.
but then when the press conference came, he told everybody Pacquiao was gonna win.
Mm.
Do you think that fight should have been made 5 years earlier? Would it have been better? Would it have more impactful in the
I
sport?
think it would have been the same.
No, I don't mean the outcome. I just mean, don't you think the fight fans wanted to see that shit years earlier?
Let me say this. For the Mayweather haters, yes. Because that was their complaint.
It was
Floyd
the
didn't
same
fight him.
complaint for Sugar Shane and Floyd. It was the same complaint for
But
De La
it was
Hoya.
just- Shane was different.
Perfect timing.
Shane. I mean,
But
Shane.
Shane was Sugar Shane was kind of on his.
There was only two people I thought could beat Mayweather.
was on his downs.
There was only two.
Who?
A young Mosley and Zab Judah. They was the only two.
Zab Judah. Yo,
I was
I
gonna
was
say
at
Zab too.
Earthquake's wedding.
We were there.
Zab Judah was there.
Yep.
Buddy McGirt was there.
Buddy McGirt was there.
I have to apologize to Buddy McGirt. I talked that motherfucker's ear off the whole wedding.
Buddy cool.
Buddy
That nigga
cool
was
to fan,
yo,
though,
you
ain't
get
he?
the
Yeah,
fuck
Buddy
out
cool.
of here. I kept saying, okay, one more question, bro. One more question. He was like, no, it's all good, bro. It's all... His wife was like, nigga, can we go dance? So I'm like, there's two more questions. But he was super cool.
Buddy's the man.
He
Thank
was
you,
super
Buddy,
cool.
too.
Yeah, I
Yo,
love
shout out Buddy McGirt.
He did my doc, too.
Zab was
Buddy
there.
cool.
I stand on this. Zab Judah was beating Floyd Mayweather for the first 3 rounds of the fight.
No, he was.
I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I've seen it my entire life.
Right.
In Brooklyn, when you stand up to the bully, they don't know what to do because no one's ever stood up to them before.
Okay.
When you show the bully, yo, I'm not scared of you, bruh.
Mhm.
They go, oh, shit.
Mhm.
This has always worked.
So Zab was the bully, you saying?
He was nigga, what you
No.
want, pushing him off after the round. Like, what you
Yeah.
gonna do, nigga? Yeah, nigga. And Floyd was like, all right,
You-
okay.
See, and one thing about
Okay.
boxing, what I
And
learned,
then
Blood
when
is
he,
fall.
sorry, when
No,
he
no,
hit-
no, you good.
when he realized it wasn't gonna work,
yeah,
then the low blows started coming.
yeah,
The rabbit punches started coming. Now we're getting dirty. And then when the Pops jumped in the ring,
Mhm.
it was like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna
well,
win.
not Pops, but
Uncle
Roger,
Roger.
Uncle
Uncle Roger jumped
yeah,
in.
God rest his
It was
soul.
like, I'm not gonna win this fight. Fuck it, I'll destroy the whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll implode the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
My thing was Zab, because Zab, and you know, Zab's
And
my
they
man.
never fought again.
Yeah,
Right,
Zab-
Zab's my
yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know,
That's my.
We got-
I
we
love
got-
the nigga. I
we
love
gotta get
Zab.
him on the show. We
I
gonna get him on
love
the
Zab.
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this is what I always had the issue with Zab. Zab was a smaller version Tyson, which means if you got past 5 rounds with Zab, you had a chance to get him. If you notice anybody that got outside of Katazu, who got him in the second round,
Mhm.
anybody that went further distance with Zab Judah beat him. He fought the dude that fought
Kodo, he
he
fought.
fought- but the dude that got him too was the white boy who fought Gotti, Arturo Gotti before. Remember the white boy that they had a trilogy?
Ward?
Mickey
Yeah.
Oh
Ward,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Once he got to the later rounds,
Didn't he
you know,
die? Didn't he just die?
No,
Mickey
Arturo
Ward-
Gotti got murdered.
Toro
Gotti
Gotti
got
got
And the son,
murdered.
Arturo
His son
Gotti
just
died. And
got
his son just
killed.
died. Yeah, his son
Arturo
just-
Gotti's son died?
Yeah,
Yeah, got
17.
killed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? What
Yeah.
happened?
I don't know what happened to him. I didn't know if he got killed. He
I
just-
think he got killed.
Yeah, but
Damn.
you know, his dad got killed down in out the country by
Yeah,
a girl.
yeah.
But-
Chick set him up.
But Zab,
Damn.
but I felt Zab was the one.
So did Camacho too,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Camacho got killed.
Camacho did too,
Oh,
and Alexis Arguello.
Which fight was
Damn.
Ward
Killing boxers.
in Judah? Was that the fight where he said I got matches, or where he was stumbling like crazy?
No, that was Katazu.
That was Katazu. That was
And- but-
Katazu.
but-
Okay.
Don't play with
You
matches.
don't play with
Yeah.
matches.
But you know what's funny? I talked to Zab about that, and Zab said the reason that he tripped, because you remember he tripped after
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
trying to punch the ref, and
Yeah.
he said, man, I was in New York. Zab, you know, and you talk to Zab,
Yeah,
he
that-
talked in
yeah.
a funny way.
What'd he
but
say?
it's
What'd he
funny.
say?
He said, I was in New York, all my people was there. You know what I mean? He's the favorite.
Yeah.
You know, and when he got caught, he was just so mad because he was undefeated too. He
Yeah.
said he was just so mad. And then by the time
He
you
got
know
his
he
shit.
recovered, he was just.
It's that. See what I said? It's that
Yeah.
New York shit. It's like, yo,
Mhm.
bro, fuck your friends being there.
I didn't even think the punch
Clear
was
your
that hard though
head.
when I saw
Clear
him
your
get hit.
head. Make sure you right.
I didn't even think
The knees ain't say that.
Man, that
Oh no, he clipped. Boy,
I didn't think he did, but he clipped him. Yeah, it was a
Look,
short
he,
right
he-
hand.
he was going back straight. They tell you never go back straight.
Yep.
That's the number one rule.
That's
Never
the
go back
number
straight,
one
right?
rule. Yep.
He was going back straight. Bang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but that means you know it's those were the only 2 fighters. A young Shane Mosley, only because Shane Mosley wasn't a boxer. He was a puncher boxer.
Mhm.
Shane Mosley, you know, but.
That was actually a weird fight when you think about it, because when remember he clipped him in the first
He
round.
got him
And-
good.
and-
And-
and
and
Floyd
everybody
grabbed
went
him.
That's the first time I saw
Yeah.
Floyd buckle.
You saw 19,000, nigga, 22,000
Yeah.
up in
Yeah.
there, right?
Mhm.
But then he grabbed him,
Yeah. And then
got his
after
head
that-
straight, right?
Right.
And you would
And
think,
he got clipped again. He got clipped
He
first
got-
round
yeah.
and second.
Second.
Yeah.
but you would think that, you know, and brother Nassim was training
Shane.
Shane, best trainer in the world.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. man.
Before Bomac. I think Bomac's the best now.
You think Bo Moxley?
I think Bomac's the best.
Okay.
That's why I never had a doubt with
Finish this story, but I
Crawford.
want to ask you who you think the best trainers were. I do want to ask you.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Yeah, so it was a weird fight because when you watch it, he clipped him in the first round, clipped him in the second, right? So we like, oh, Floyd in for a long night. And Roger Mayweather was like, yo, all right, we got to change the whole game plan. And from that second round on, he destroyed Shane.
You know why?
So much
Yeah.
so, if you watch the
Nassim
whole
was
fight,
like, yo,
Nassim
I'ma
was like,
stop
yo,
this. I'ma-
brother,
yeah.
you not listening to what I told you, not do.
Mhm.
It was
But he
like,
couldn't
yo,
do
what
it.
happened
Yeah.
You
that he
can't,
couldn't
but you can't
do
do it.
nothing with
Let
him
me
after
say,
that?
man, let me say. Okay, I'll tell you what happened to me in my last fight. and I know why Shane couldn't. My last fight in the Golden Gloves, I was favored because I had won them back to back in 89, 90, and I was fighting in the regionals to go to the national, but I twisted my ankle to fight before I won. But you remember my Ali picture? You saw the one with me and Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
So that night I had twisted my ankle. I won that fight, but I twisted my ankle, so I couldn't really walk. I couldn't do no jump rope in the day. Anyway, next day I'm in the fight, and I know that feeling when by the second round I had got hit more than any fight I had probably had under my training. When Von Zelk in the corner, he didn't yell because I told him my trainer never had to yell at me. He just had to tell me what to do. I could execute it, and he said, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Vons, I can't." I just told him it was like the calmest conversation, like we was having tea. I'm like, I can't feel my legs. I can't move. He said, "Well, man, you down. You got to go get him." So I still toe to toe with the dude. If you see that fight, he said pretty much the same with Shane. Like, yo, I'm going to stop this. What is wrong? Shane had no answers to it. One thing about Floyd Mayweather, what people don't want to give him credit for, he is the #1 best fighter ever to adjusting fights. He has never fought the same dude the same way. And you can tell that by the rematches.
I think the same thing about Crawford. I think Crawford is he fought what's my man? Sean Porter.
Yeah.
He fought Benavidez, the older Benavidez.
Was kind of he was kind of that was not a tough fight.
I'm not saying they were tough at all. But
he
just round 1, okay, that's what he's doing. Okay, round 2, but and it's Bomac told him during the Sean Porter fight, yo, let him keep running in. After round, because Sean Porter not a boxer. He just comes
right.
He's like a football player.
Yeah, he should be a football player.
So he's just like he'll do this and then just rush you every time, and then you just like slide him to the side. Okay, slide him to the side. Keep it. And Bomac was like, yo, let's let him keep doing it.
Yeah,
let him keep doing it. Round 3, yo, let him keep running in. About round 5, yo, when he run in, let him run into something.
Yeah,
let him run into something.
Yeah,
and he run, boom, body. Oh, you see Sean Porter like, oh.
Who was your favorite trainer? Who's you guys' favorite trainer?
Got to go to that Kronk, man. Got to go to Kronk.
So you say Emmanuel?
Emmanuel. You got to go Emmanuel.
How about you?
You got to go. I'm going to give you a couple.
Give me a couple.
Go Emmanuel.
That's the cat that came to Laugh Factory that one time, right?
Yeah. Got to go Emmanuel. You got to go.
I can't believe you said the one I thought you
were going to say Freddie.
No, what's my name?
No.
Freddie Roach? Freddie Roach is dope.
He dope.
What's Ali's guy? What's
Dundee.
Dundee.
No,
Dundee.
Okay.
Dundee. Who I say Dundee, Emmanuel Stewart.
Casamato?
Cuss was he never really got in the corner.
Yeah, true.
He never got in the corner.
Nassim, Bomac. Who am I missing?
Okay. My #1. Roger.
Oh yeah, gotta go
Mayweather. Yeah, gotta go Mayweather. Yeah,
gotta go.
And I like dudes. See, I like dudes that know how to talk to
By
you.
the way, the guy that had the most incredible boxing name in the world, the Mexican Assassin.
Yeah, he was the original Black Mamba.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. He was before Kobe.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Roger.
Research that, y'all.
Roger Mayweather.
Roger, Dundee. Now the reason I like those two first is because Dundee first fight when he was fighting, when Ray was fighting Hearns, he was like, "Yo, you blowing it, kid.
You blowing it, kid. Yeah.
You blowing
it, kid. Yeah."
That people don't understand how important it is, and you probably gonna know it now. You guys know you did already with your son, but now you're gonna understand how important your words are in terms of how you say it and when you say it.
Right.
Because Ray was getting his ass whipped.
He was.
Tommy really won the fight.
Yeah.
Tommy lost it in the 14th round. If that was today, Tommy would have won because it was only going 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Right.
But when he said, "You're blowing it, kid," no, he didn't even say you kid. He said, "You're blowing it, son."
You're blowing it, son. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the other reason why I got Roger next, because Roger was always like this. Hey, Floyd, don't worry about it. We get that motherfucker in the 3rd round. Nigga, that puts chills in your body, nigga. When a nigga telling you, like, don't worry, we're going to get him. Don't worry. Roger, I would love just to hear him in the corner. Because he would tell Floyd shit like that. Don't worry about it, Floyd. Yeah, you going to get him. Yeah, we'll get that motherfucker. Just keep putting that jab in his stomach. Okay? So it was Angelo. I'm only giving Angelo because of the age, but Roger. Then I'm going to go with Freddie. Difference between Freddie was obviously because of his health.
Yeah.
He wasn't a big talker in the corner.
Nah.
we all been in the gym and watched Freddie work.
Mhm.
So by the time Freddie got you to the gym, to the fight, you're pretty much, you're ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Naseem was
I
a
like
little
Naseem.
bit like Roger. Remember,
Brother
Naseem would
man.
talk. He would talk shit like, "Don't worry X. We get that
Yeah,
motherfucker
yeah,
in a minute."
yeah.
You know, it's like when he had Bernard.
Yeah,
About to say it,
yeah.
Bernard,
So-
Cash shit in
Now,
the-
Naseem was so dope. I would watch the fight and get amped up just hearing what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm in home on my couch, like man,
like I can do this.
Like
you
let's
feel like
go.
you could do it.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
So, and then I'm gonna give a shout out my trainer, Vonzo Johnson. I think he was number 5, man. Because me and Von used to have something in the corner. And so I just want to share this funny story. So before every fight I had with him, he would come to me. He said, "What we got to do?" I said, "You got to have it." He said, "I got to have it." That was our line.
Yeah.
Got to have it. So the funniest thing was my first golden gloves on him. I don't believe I did this, but we were first round banging this white boy, knock him down twice. Come back,
yo.
bam, I sit down.
Yeah, Paul.
What happened?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What was
Pause,
supposed
pause,
to-
I was
pause,
banging
pause,
this white
bang,
boy.
bang, yeah.
Oh, he's stupid.
Look,
No
look,
pun
look,
intended.
look, look, look.
Yeah, these days you gotta be a little careful.
Yo, Robbie caught it. Robbie caught it.
Everybody caught that.
Everybody
yo.
caught up with me. I'm still telling the story.
Hey,
So I'm
throw
banging
in the
this
towel.
motherfucker.
Throw in the towel.
Yeah. I knocked him down twice.
Not once.
Hey,
So-
yo.
Kept getting up.
Yeah.
Good.
So I'm in the corner, and Von's like, "Okay, good round." So he's like, "Okay, so this is what he's trying to talk to me." I said, "Hey, Von." He goes, "Hold on." So I just want to need you to know. I said, "Von's out." And he's like, he's trying to tell me. And he's saying, "What?" Because I'm trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
I go, "How I look?" He's like, "Nigga, don't worry about how you look. Nigga, just do what I tell you to do, man." And in those corners, man, you box don't did you box him before?
Yeah.
So in that corner, man, you and your trainer have such a. And you only got like a minute. 30
Right.
seconds to a minute, and it's such a big conversation going on.
Yeah.
People don't
In such a
understand.
short amount of time.
Short amount of
Short
time, man. A lot of information being transferred.
Wait, I
man.
want to change the subject for a second
Okay.
because this is your third visit here. And I see flyers on the table. What the fuck did you come to promote? We talk boxing till the sun come up.
First of all, y'all, big shout out. I gotta give it to Joe and Trey, and the thing about it, poor Trey, he gets the heat. Cause I call Trey, yo, you niggas got somebody this week? Nigga, we got somebody. Nigga, all right. Nigga, we can check it.
He said, yo, they didn't want to come back on. I said, nigga, what do you want to know?
He's like, hey, man, can we talk
I
about
said,
this?
hell if I know.
He didn't say nothing.
Man, you gotta have friends in Hollywood, y'all, so you can get up good. I got a few right here, but
Yeah,
so
yeah,
but I did. I'll call Trey every now and then. Trey, so this even less other than that, Trey. So who y'all got this week? Like, no, damn, we got somebody this week. We got Omar this week. All right. What about next week? All right. I already put the bid in. Did I? I'll put the bid in for the following week.
What's the flyer
all right,
for?
so the flyer is
Let me see what.
there you go.
Oh, I'm on it. Okay.
Yeah, you acted on the show,
Yeah.
which is one reason I wanted to. Yeah, I'll give you Trey. So it's the day after Thanksgiving, that's Saturday,
Okay.
at the Ice House. So the Ice House has been one of the few clubs I
Okay.
gotta admit that has been
For
giving
sure.
me. Joe's actually doing one of my shows. That's been allowing. I think me, what we talked about earlier, when you feel like you got the talent, no one's giving you that juice.
Mm.
They have been one of the few clubs, man, that really let me shine and promote shows.
Right.
So this is like my 5th show with them. I only do the California room. Don't try to get greedy. I
Mhm.
sell it out.
Okay.
And so this is the day, that Saturday after Thanksgiving. So we got a big show. So this is, and I call it Who is Dannon Green, because I'm getting into more. I'm going to do the comedy, but really talk. It's not like a one-man show, but really talking about the comedy that I really want to do. You know, when we don't have the pressure of we got 5 minutes, we got 10 minutes, we got to just be funny.
Mhm.
I want to let people know more about my life, like my background and what's
Okay.
dealing with. So that's why I said Who is Dannon Green. So train them. They're gonna go. They got Toby Hicks, Trey, Ware,
Yeah.
Greg Ware. This dude was actually old head.
I know,
But
Greg.
but he was actually a big music producer in town for a number of years. He's made a lot of. People don't really know that, and now
Okay.
he's on this like a reality older person show. It's like a comedy thing with a whole bunch
He's
of
on the
older
Golden
people.
Bachelor.
Yeah, something. It's not Golden Bachelor, but it's like they
The
do
Golden
stuff. But it's a
niggas.
bunch of. But he's got a lot of followers, but he comes up to the Ice House all the time. So I put
Yeah,
him on
he
the
did
show.
the Ice House a lot.
Yeah, yeah. And then a young lady here, Megan, she was on Quake show with me, so I gave her, I
Okay.
try to put people on that people may not give a shot to.
Yeah. November 29th, y'all. Saturday, November 29th.
Yeah.
Who is Dannon Green? Toby Hicks, Trey Elliot, Dannon Green, Greg Ware, Megan Sousa.
I think Sosa.
Megan
Yeah.
Sosa.
Yeah.
At the Ice House in Pasadena. Show starts at 9:30 Saturday after Thanksgiving. You're gonna be out anyway. You're gonna be out shopping. You're gonna be doing Christmas shopping. You're gonna be driving past the mall. Go see a dope ass show, yo.
Appreciate
Check
it,
that
man.
out. Check that out.
Yeah. So I won't have to be back here, y'all, for another 6 months.
Until after this show.
Until after this
We
show.
ain't seen no more than 2026, late
Yeah.
2026.
Okay, it'll be late. It'll be 20. Nah.
Who wins Javante and Jake Paul?
Davis should beat him.
Should
gonna-
beat him by why?
Well-
Should beat him by.
Who gonna beat him?
Tank.
Oh, but okay.
Tank should beat him,
Yeah, he
but-
should beat him.
Still, size matters.
Size matter. a lot.
Size does matter. But I
Hey,
think,
yo.
but I think,
Take it easy.
no pun intended. Yeah. I'm sure happy that we don't have a restriction on, we're not being censored what we say anymore.
Remember the fight? Remember this is years ago. Sugar Ray Leonard fought a guy named Donnie Lalonde.
Yeah, the white boy from Canada.
And Donnie Lalonde was like maybe 4 inches taller than Sugar Ray. He might have been about 30, 40 pounds heavier.
They fought at
And-
75. Yeah, I
and
remember
he
that fight.
said, I'm going to win because I'm just a naturally bigger guy. Pause. And Sugar Ray destroyed that.
But he did knock Ray down in the
He
fight.
did knock him down. He did knock him
He
down.
did. But so in this fight, I think Davis just one thing about boxing, man, people don't understand. Like, and I was thinking about this the other day because I was thinking like I don't plan on street fighting no more. Nigga, I'll buy you a beer. But I was just thinking, the advantage that a boxer has, that anybody that's boxed before has, is you have already picked out your first 5 blows before a fight. So if I'm street fighting you, I'm already know I'm committing to a couple to the gut and to your chin. And I know if I go up, if I work my way up, you may even hit me with an overhand or something. But if I'm combination, you got to take a deep breath.
Yeah.
So what saying that to Davis is, Paul, you got to give these white boys credit. They have built something that, I won't say I don't respect, but it's like they built an empire working up. The media brought it, promotion brought it,
A watchable
streaming
product.
service brought it to the point now they actually believe they're really fighters and they can fight. But I think if Davis catches him with a shot, he catches him with a hard uppercut, that shit gonna hurt.
Yeah.
So
I think that as far as Jake Paul's concerned, as brother, I don't not as much. But I think Jake, I don't think boxing is using him right. Because boxing has been down for years.
Well,
the numbers have been down, the attendance has been down.
yeah.
I think boxing should be like, yo, fuck this whole, he turned it into a circus. We need to use this to get attention
Back to the game,
back
to the sport.
on our sport and our great fighters.
So how do you use them?
Yo, you want to fight? Okay, we're gonna put a co-main event. You can fight Tank, but then we're gonna have a
real card,
like let's say
a championship fight.
a Devin Haney and a Tiafimo that same night. You know what I'm saying?
But the problem with that is social media has become so big. If you are the boxing star, you almost feel like it's a gimmick over you. It's like, who are they here? I'm the star, but they here. He's only here because of him. No, money wise, I understand.
Get your
But
listen, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. But okay, Jake Paul and Tank are the headliners, right? And it's in a 30,000 seat venue, which is sold out. Right? That's a plus for you if you want to if you just fight before that, right? 30,000 people there to see boxing.
okay,
No guarantee that's gonna be the better fight. Your fight might be the better fight. So that's another thing you got to look at. And all of the streaming and viewers at home and around the world get to see you fight.
all right. So he go check with you, all three of y'all. Y'all headliner comedians.
Bruh, I did the Beacon Theater last weekend. Last week, I did the Beacon Theater.
Who was the headliner?
Killer Cam Comedy Show. On the show, D-Ray, Jay Farrow, me, Corey Holcomb, and 2 social media cats, Will Mills and Ray Ray.
Who closed?
In New York City. Will Mills was first, Ray Ray was second, Tony Rock was third.
Okay.
Sweet
Then
spot.
Jay Farrow, then Corey Holcomb, and D-Ray hosted. And when I was
But
leaving...
you didn't say the way that.
Listen, when I was leaving the venue, everybody said, yo, man,
What's up?
what the fuck? Why you didn't headline? Oh, by the way, I destroyed the building. Let me add
that goes without saying.
They fixing the Beacon Theater right now. As we speak. I tore the shit down.
Oh, you was the one on the news.
But people are leaving like, yo, why you didn't headline?
So who headlined?
I said, hey man, it don't change my money.
Who?
Corey.
Okay, but look,
I said, listen, it don't change my money.
But here's the difference though.
Y'all got to see me.
No, I'm not letting you get away with that bullshit. You gave a motherfucking Corey is a headliner. Yeah. You were a headliner. Tony Rock a headline. They closed.
Yes, yeah.
You're saying here with the boxing, I'm going to put some champions and then put the YouTuber fighter on. So in comedy, you're not going to do that. You're not going to have Tony Rock, Corey Hogan, Roberts, and then go with these two YouTubers. You're not going to have them niggas close that show. That's the difference.
Okay, well, you tell me a YouTuber that has brought a audience comparable to what Jake Paul has brought to boxing. There isn't one. So I wouldn't have to do that.
I mean, with the brother,
Rife.
I mean, yeah.
He's always a comic though.
No, what's the brother that does all the skits down there they get all the juice to
Country
Wayne and see, the point I'm saying is, but think about it. When I say the names, you like, I know these niggas can't. But you said
it's a very good argument.
Okay.
The first and foremost, that's an incredible argument. That's a very good argument, and I like how you gave me like, yo, let's put it on you.
Okay.
But those comics aren't as good at comedy as Jake Paul is at boxing.
But
Does that make sense?
But Jake Paul still isn't good to me as Devin Haney or a Garcia or Award. You know, still I just can't.
He's not. Yeah.
I can't give him that. Especially when you see the Tyson fight and you like, y'all went. No.
Yeah.
But take the boxing out of it. Okay. I'm saying what he has done for boxing, the numbers he brings in, the sold out venues that he.
And I think that's why they should. I think what you're saying is so true. But the reason I asked you how do you use
all right, put it this way. I think to just change my whole statement. I think boxing isn't using Jake Paul like they should.
No, I know that. But when I asked you how you think we should use,
they should do
I
it
agree
how.
with you, but I don't think boxing can because
they should do it how. For example, Rocky 3, how they use Hulk Hogan and Rocky when they fought and you know what I mean? That was the WWF versus the whatever. Like they got to do some shit. Like it got to be on some a big.
There's no way you can do it.
Wait, and just so we're clear here, you said, I think Grammy said Matt Rife. No disrespect to Matt Rife, but Matt Rife could never in a million years follow me, D-Ray, Corey Holcomb, and Jay Farrell. Never.
I don't see hardly any of these. No disrespect to these dudes.
No, I love homie. Like,
homie. But I'll keep the shit a buck, man. We've been in this game a minute. I know, I can tell you who the fucking follow who and who can't. And a lot of them dudes can't. But they built their brand. Right. They earned it. But at the end of the day, it's just like the dude that's doing all these commercials now. I just saw some online. I guess he was in Canada and they didn't like his, the big dude with the color hair, the brother, whatever. I guess he's a comedian now. And I guess he did a show. You know what I'm talking about?
Nigga, if you gotta say, I guess he's a comedian now, then he probably can't be the headliner on it. But what I'm saying is,
because he got the names.
He does shows, comedy now, but he's not the performer. He just like hosts them and stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Boxing is different because it's still mano a mano.
Yes.
So you're still gonna get something. Yeah. Those guys, if one of those guys followed us five right here, if you put internet guy last, he gonna eat it. Boxing, I'm saying. Fight.
I'm going to tell you how you use them.
You're still going to get a good fight.
I'm going to tell you how you use them. You use them on the good fighters coming up. So if you got a dude that's 5-0, that's the guy they're pushing, then you use him on those
like
cards.
An Abdullah Mason or something.
Right. Okay. Yeah, or say a young Ennis Boots. He was 10-0. Yes, now I'm going to put Boots under Paul and whoever. Because why? Paul's going to get me 15, 20 million people of his fan base to watch the fight. Right. Guess what? Boost, you just got 20 million people to take a look at you. And out of those 20 million, maybe 2 million are going to start following you.
How many times you been in a boxing, been to a boxing match? Like I watch everybody. Right. I watch when I go when it's
you go when it's no seats.
Yeah. And I'm like, they're like, yo, I paid. I'm coming to see everybody.
I want to see everybody.
But if you ever notice,
how many times have you done that? And one of those, that fourth or fifth fight was the best fight of the night.
A lot of times. Yeah, but what I'm saying is but that's how you should use them because Paul, all of these, Paul, his people are going to come in earlier because they're not really boxing fans. They don't know we can just wait 4 fights before we see him.
Right.
They're like, okay, we got let's watch now. We got to watch this dude. What fight is he? The 5th fight. Okay, we're going to keep watching. So his fan base is going to at least be there from the get. So if you starting, you get the new fighters or the up and coming guys under. I think that's how you use them.
Right.
You can't use them with the big names. You know, Crawford ain't gonna let this dude be on his card.
Well,
He might let him. He'll be on the card.
Crawford different.
Right? Yeah. But you know, I just think a big name. You know, it's like in comedy, man. It's like, yo, this is not a gimmick. This is what we do. You know, you're not. You know, because be honest with you, your money don't change. So let's say your money don't change, right? So you know how we say your money don't change. What position you go on?
Mm-hmm.
So you said to the promoter, hey, Tone, I'm gonna let the Instagram dude close because
Tone be like,
and Tone will say, no problem. That's what you gonna say, because you know your money ain't changing,
Right.
and you're gonna go up there and destroy it.
Plus, I'm gonna look better.
Okay,
So if Devin Haney fights before Jake Paul and has a stellar performance, I look better than the headliner, right?
But again, in terms of the way that you said it, you don't care. Yeah, they don't care. But in boxing is different. And matter of fact, boxing and comedy is the same because the YouTuber people are only going to stay because of him.
Right.
But how many times, you know, especially they used to say back in the day when Bernie was with the real, you know, after Bernie went on, it was like, okay, people start leaving.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, well, Steve's still doing it. And again, Steve's just, okay, we saw who we wanted to see. So that's why we have what we call the headliners and the co-headliners and stuff to make sure that those people stay. It's not going, with Paul, his people are going to stay just because they're committed to him as a YouTuber.
Yeah.
But that's why I say use the new guys. I just don't see big dudes allowing
that to happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just don't.
All right.
know.
Well, November 29th, the Big Dudes is on
Yes.
at the Ice House
Thank you,
Saturday
man.
after Thanksgiving. Anything else you want to let them know?
Man,
Where they can
I
see
want to
you?
say
social media, all that good stuff?
Yeah, my social media is Dannon Green 66, Dannon Green 66. I appreciate everybody that's been following me, especially from the last time I did the show. Appreciate T-Rock, Joe, and Trey, and my man here to let me come on. I won't be back probably for a year, but but man, you know, I just want to say one thing, man, about this game of comedy and entertainment, man. I just want to tell this to the fan base: stop thinking who you see is the guy. There's a lot of dudes out here that are the guys that just ain't get the opportunity yet. I know that I'm one.
To be seen.
To be seen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's guys out here that are really top dogs that are not being seen yet. And I think that, you know, it's up to the fan base to start coming back. We need to flip comedy again and go back to it. And I think it's starting to happen. You know, big shout out to, I think Dave Chappelle, big shout out, Save Comedy.
Let me ask you a question. How do y'all feel about the Writer Comedy Festival with everybody going to Dubai, you know, performing, and you know, a lot of the comedians got a lot of slack for going over there.
Live golf.
Man,
Take the money.
get your, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that because we're too hypocritical over here with the shit we do politically to stop a dude who has the opportunity to go make some money and maybe be even life-changing money for him. I can't do that no more, man. I'm not go get your cash, man. If you got to go to Dubai, if that's not who you are as a person, if you're a person into just, you know, disrespecting anyone they feel that's being disrespected, man, go get your cash. I mean, what are we gonna do?
Politics out of it.
Yeah, man. I mean,
You come back to America, you still a nigga. So
yeah. You know,
So we've seen, so like when Omar was on here last week before last, he was saying how his father caught a lot of slack for performing in South Africa during the apartheid and came back, couldn't get any work. We've seen the slack that people like.
Did they hire him before he went? See, that's the question.
But he was already working.
No. But was he getting hired a lot here in the States?
Yeah, he was working. He was huge.
All right.
You know,
I know his dad was. His dad was a man.
Right.
Mid condition, wasn't
But
it?
Main ingredient.
Main ingredient. I apologize.
But they went homeless. They went homeless after that.
Wow,
they became homeless after that. That's how much, you know. And then the slack that Snoop got, Nelly got. You know what I mean, for performing for Trump.
But my point being is,
no, that's not the same. That's not the.
Well, I'm just saying it involves politics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Everybody.
It's more than politics. That's why y'all said it today. Like we're gonna talk about it. I'm like, all right, it's more than politics. It's the policy. It's the policies that they have over there.
Right.
How they treat people. How people are treated. How women are treated.
Right.
And they want comics to sign up to come over there to take all this crazy money and we're gonna tell you what you can and you cannot
Oh, you
say.
didn't hold on. So
Well,
you
yeah,
didn't tell me that.
that's why we talking. That's
Okay,
why we talking about.
I probably wouldn't. So I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
I want to
obey?
reiterate that. Yeah.
We're gonna tell you.
I didn't know they was going to tell you what
Yes.
you can. Okay, so
The
So
same
now
thing they was
you're-
fighting
you
for.
can-
Yeah.
you
Okay,
can-
my bad
you-
on that, Trey.
You're over here and you have the freedom of speech to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So you basically taking the money to be told
what
you
to do.
can't talk about this, and that, which is the antithesis of how we live over here as comics.
Right.
And why
So-
everybody's so mad at Jimmy Kimmel's
so-
situation.
So it also has something to do with it was a journalist that wrote about how the circumstances they were living under
And he got
over
killed.
there.
He got
And
killed.
they
He got
murdered
beheaded.
him.
I remember,
Murdered him.
They
Yes.
murdered
Okay,
him.
so that's
So
the difference.
now comics are like,
bad.
yo, I'll take the money,
Right.
and I'll let you tell me I can't talk about this and that.
Okay.
And you got
Well,
people
no,
like
wait,
you
wait,
got
wait,
people.
wait.
All I'm saying is that I don't have I can't say somebody who's right or wrong, but I will say that
You
If
can't
you
say
do-
it was right or wrong.
I can't say that like what you're saying that you can't say something is so wrong, because if somebody says it's a clean show, you're gonna pay you $100,000 for a clean show. Okay, so I can't curse and I can't talk about hoes and bitches. I'm not gonna talk about hoes and bitches. I ain't gonna curse. I'm taking $100,000.
Well,
So
wait,
tell
you
me
can't
what I
say
can
what-
change-
you
you
can't say
can
what's
change
right
the
or wrong.
words.
Like, just because they say that you can't say something, I'm gonna take the check. All right, I won't talk about those 3 topics, but I'm gonna take $300,000. If you do a clean show, they say you can't curse, and you say I ain't
It's
cursing.
different though.
Okay,
Ain't that rule? That's rules on the set.
All right,
It's
wait,
rules
wait.
on the
Okay,
set.
I get what you're saying. So they say it's a clean show. Here's $100,000. You say, all right, I won't curse for $100,000. But if they say it's a clean show, you can't curse, and women can't come in here, and women are beneath us.
Mhm.
And if this guy speaks out about the clean show, we can kill him over here.
Yeah.
That's fine with you?
Right.
I don't know how they present it to them,
That's
and how many
different.
comics do research
That's
like
different.
that.
Bill Burr, who is an advocate.
He's very aware. He's a very aware guy.
One of the most aware guys out there right now.
Right.
He went over there and performed, which was surprising to me because I was like, damn, Bill Burr of all people.
He went over there?
Yeah,
He went over
So
there.
that,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm going to say. I had that similar situation happen to me when I went to Totolo. So if you don't know where Totolo is, it's part of the BVIs, the British Virgin Islands.
Okay.
I already went over there with Tommy Davidson one time.
Okay.
And they didn't tell you what you could or could not say, but what they did say is, do not talk about God, don't disrespect God, and don't talk about our island. So
But that's not.
no. So
You're
it's
a guest.
similar because island people are real big on God. You do not mess with
Yeah,
God.
right.
So I understood that, and I didn't really have material, but if I did, and I could have talked about the island, but I didn't. In terms of this situation, it's different now because I didn't know.
Yeah,
The other part.
that's why I brought it up.
Yeah. So right, and so
Mhm.
when it comes to that part, if you're censoring me that much, but you're doing too much foul, I'm not going to take the money because not all money is good money.
Right.
That's what I'm going to say. Now, when you talked about the live, okay, it was golf, it was sports, okay, and it wasn't telling these guys you can't play with a certain brand. You know what I mean?
But the money
And-
coming from the same source.
No, hear me out though, bro, man. You're absolutely right. But they also weren't playing they weren't really playing in Saudi Arabia. These guys were playing around the world. Most of the tournaments were here in America. So yes, you took the money, doesn't mean, but you're here. In terms of comedy is definitely different because you're speaking, you're being censored, right? So it's over there. So I have to be honest. I would have to really, really probably Trey be in a real tough situation to be able to say, take the money, even though I do believe that they was trying to change the image, and that's why the dude got in from boxing. Remember?
Yeah, they got the boxing.
That's why the
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
from
yeah.
boxing got in, because he's trying
Yeah.
to change that image. So I guess the only question would be, what is the image of the country now?
The thing is,
Okay. I'm taking the money
Okay.
because have you seen how they treat niggas in America?
Well, see,
I'm
And that's what I
taking
said
the money.
earlier.
Do
The hypocrisy.
Do you know that black people have fought in every war that this country's ever been in and came home from war
And couldn't
to
treat it.
worse treatment as civilians?
Right.
right, true.
But remember, there's not only white people. I mean, black people. It's white comics too.
Let me,
So
let me reiterate what I just said. Black people have fought
in war, yeah,
in foreign countries,
Right.
on foreign soil
Mhm.
for America.
right.
War and came home as civilians to worse treatment.
You're
You
1,000%.
want me to care what message we send in
Yeah.
For the
when
record.
niggas can't even
Yeah.
still walk through a neighborhood
in your own neighborhood.
I don't even think the comics, they were like shunning the comics for even referencing black comics. They were shocked at their white comic counterparts for doing it. That's what they were shocked about. Because the guy who wrote the open letter was a guy who I didn't even know that well. I think he's like a New York comic, but he's like a white guy. He's like, I can't believe some of my heroes are going to this. And I don't think he was talking about Dave. I think he was talking about like the Bills and the, like not Mulaney. I think Mulaney went. Like, it was a lot of big name white guys too. So I was like, they if it was only black comics going to Saudi Arabia, they would be like, well, I guess let them go make money.
No. If it was only black comics going there, they would be riding our ass.
Let me tell you something.
They'd be riding our ass.
Anyway.
I was in the airport Friday, and homie that always catch me, the TMZ bro, that always catch me. Shout out to him. I forgot homie name. He always catch me. Yo, I want to ask you about this rider thing. I said, bro, so put the mic out. Yo, what's up with this comics going a bit? I said, nah, I'm not saying shit. You ain't fucking my checkup.
Right.
I'll be there next year. I was like, I'll see y'all in 2026.
Right.
You ain't fucking my 500,000 up.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that money.
500,000.
That's crazy,
I'm charging
bro.
500,000, just so you know.
Yeah.
That's
But you
I'm
know what?
starting at
I what you said, Tony, is really something that I think everybody, in terms of entertainment, we have to start looking at as black entertainers. We are asked as black entertainers to be at a certain standard and be at a certain level.
No. We are asked to be Americans, and we're not Americans. We just live here.
Right.
This ain't our fucking land.
Right.
We just live here. Don't ask us to be an American when it's convenient for you or when it helps you with the image
Agenda.
Whatever your agenda is.
Yeah. When it helps with the promotion of America. Don't ask us to be American then. Ask us to be American
put us in a brochure.
when cops are shooting us. Ask us to be American then. Treat us like Americans then.
So what stand
500,000 next year.
Where do you draw the line as comics to say, okay, you know what? I would not take this gig. This will go against my ethics or my
if I can't come back. If I get over there, they be like, you know what, nigga, we gonna kill you.
I just don't like the fact that
if it's a comedy show,
they're conflating the art with some political agenda. I don't like that part. It's like
Well, it's because it came with rules. It came with.
Well, I'm talking. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like because you're going over there, you can't say this. You can't say that.
We have lived in this wonderful life that we have without rules.
Right, but even we know we're a guest in the house, but when you have a laundry list of things that you can't say and make sure that you say these things, I think that that's what kind of makes it foul for the outside world to see. Like, we're just comedians doing our job. Well, we would love to get that.
And keep in mind, some people are just upset that they didn't even know comics get that type of money. Jokes. What the fuck? $500,000 for what?
Joe, you're not taking $500,000?
What?
You're not taking $500,000?
Hell yeah, I'm taking. I'm going over there.
I was like,
I'm not saying I'm not going.
I'm saying
I don't like the fact that they're using stand-up comedy as their trampoline to politicize their bullshit.
You said I did a show for the troops in Qatar.
Yeah,
Me and Rube, and we got there. They didn't even tell us until we got there.
Yeah,
I swear. 5 minutes before the show starts, they backstage like, you guys can't curse, right? What?
Yeah.
You
can't talk about religion.
You can't talk about the president.
Can't talk about president.
But here's the difference.
Go home and talk about the president.
I got all of that.
But when you look at it, I understand that part. Because no matter what we want to say, we can say no matter what or how they look at us on the outside tone, no matter what. When it comes to the military, and I give props to the military because I've done shows in places that I'm like, you niggas really want to stay here and try to defend this? Like, I was in Kuwait and Bahrain, and those bases were nothing but dirt. Yeah. And what I'm saying is, they told us the same. You can't talk about the president. You can't talk about
suicide.
You can't curse, and you can't do racially motivated jokes.
I know why.
Even though that's why we're over here in the first
place.
On the tour that we did,
the morale is supposed to be kept up. That's why
on the tour that we did.
Let me pee real quick.
On the tour that we did to Kuwait, there was a comedian that asked at the time. This was Trump's first term, and so one of the comics asked, "Hey, how do you guys?" We were talking. When you go on the tour. On tour to do the shows, they always take you. Early in the day, you meet all the high brass. You meet with them, and they give you like a pin, or they give you a plaque and all that stuff. So we're sitting there, right? We're sitting there with the top major, all the top dudes at this table. Me, a couple other comedians. I won't say what it is. Just probably wanted to say anything. And one of them said, "Well, how do you guys feel about Trump?" And he looked us square in the face. He said, "Look, whether we like who's in the White House or not, this is his first term." He said, "We got a job to do, and we do our job."
Mhm.
So you can't, as a comic, go over there and be divisive, saying, "Oh, why are you black dudes over here fighting with these white?" That shit don't work.
Right,
So
I get
in
it,
terms
yeah.
of in terms of Qadar, I mean, I'm not
Saudi.
Saudi. Yes, there are a lot of, I don't like that what you can and cannot say, but everybody, like you said, everybody does it. Like Joe said, the money's there. Tony says the money there, and the hypocrisy of our own country. So don't go over there and make 500,000, then come over here and I still can't get in the club
Niggas get
because
shot
I don't-
shot
because
by
I don't
cops
know
every
somebody.
day.
So would you perform for Trump if you don't like him as the president, or if you don't like what he's doing? You know what I mean? And you got asked to do his inauguration or do his whatever as a
You can't
performer.
you can't tell me what to say.
Turn my mic on.
You can't
And
you can't
I
tell
do it.
And he can't tell you what to say. He can
and
say,
he
"Yo,
can or
you
can't.
can't, you can't have no jokes about me or whatever."
No,
You
just ask the original question because Trump ain't like that. He ain't gonna tell you that you can't talk about it.
If would you perform?
I would. Once the check, direct deposit. I'm just
That's
telling you, you ain't
what
gonna
I
tell
think
me
about
what
the
to say.
Treasury, nigga. That shit. You
No,
don't
hold on a
care what
second.
you want.
I said you can't tell me what to
Put it
say.
in now.
I'm sorry, Fox. We can't do it because you're not gonna abide by the rules. I'll say, I abide by the rules, and then say what the hell I want to say anyway.
Let's do it. Would
You gotta do it the real way.
No,
I'm
let me
dealing
ask you-
with some
Okay, the real
shit.
way. I said, look,
With the
you can't
pressure
tell me
of
what to say.
society- No, just let me
With
ask.
the pre- they-
Let's just keep it above.
Yeah, keep it above,
Would
yeah.
the pressure of society
Right.
cause you not to do the gig because it's Trump?
No, because I would go in expecting to do. I already know I'm not being I'm not going there to offend. I'm going there to work. I'm going there to do
That
my
don't matter.
craft. So,
Like
but
you
if,
said, the
but if
pressure
they
of
tell,
society.
but if pressure from, how dare you? I personally would probably get on a soapbox and cuss everybody out.
All
and
right, so
something like that.
say if your mom or dad was disappointed. Say if you talk to your mom or dad about it and it was just like
That's not a fair question.
No, it
Trey.
is
Okay.
because that's the type of things that
No,
people.
okay,
that,
look,
but-
as a performer, you
I
gotta.
don't mean that in a disrespectful
Okay,
way in terms of your mom and dad. I'm saying because your parents, I believe. Wait, Joe, I'm sorry.
let me say this. Look,
or somebody you value.
So
You
we asking now, would you
you
if you were asked
cannot
to perform for Trump, would you perform?
you cannot live your life. You cannot live your
2
life
million.
based on what your mom and dad might say about your job. Okay, that's
No,
that's
but
number
we're
one.
not talking about the job.
When
We're
it comes
talking
with, ain't
about
worth it.
the morale.
What comes with it?
The morale of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not about your job. Your parents already said. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm talking about
let
mom.
me
I'm about
be-
to take.
let me be clear.
like mom. I'm about to take this. I'm about to perform for Trump, and you know your mother's.
I don't even like the way that sounds. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
and you
I'm about
know.
to take. I'm about to twerk.
You know how your mother
What kind of work are you talking about?
I'm about to go ahead and take
I'm
it
about
off.
to go-
In the gold room, huh?
It's
It depends on where you
that-
at in your career, bro.
It's on-
Because
it's
Nelly
on
and-
Epstein
Nelly and
Island.
Snoop Dogg are unimpacted to me.
Or
Yeah,
yeah.
everybody talking at one time. Go ahead.
I personally would not do that just because.
No, you just said you would.
Hold on a second. I was trying to make a point, but y'all niggas was just jumping Buffalo way and everything I said. But so look, if Trump said, or his people, look, I want you to do like at the White House press dinner. Okay, I'm gonna do that, but I don't want to be told what to say. Like that's an opportunity that's outside.
They wouldn't tell you that too. No,
They would, but I was like, okay, what? I'm trying to push the envelope. I'm trying to make a good show. I want to do my craft and fun. That's a good opportunity for exposure. The fact that he's running for president or whatever, I'm like, that's irrelevant to me. Now, if someone said, look, we want you to do. It's now there's like a big money thing, some kind of
A DNC. I mean,
RNC, yeah.
or
The
something.
Republican National Convention.
That I probably wouldn't do because now it's about you need me to think. Now you're using me to.
No, they just like, yeah, we want a comedian. We like you, Joe.
Okay.
Now,
That,
if they gave me,
no,
if they gave,
that
me
if I
$2
don't,
million, they gave me $2 million and said you could say whatever you want. Hell yeah, I do it.
okay, so that's
I'm like, did
that's
y'all know
my
this
thing
is
of doing
the
it.
dumbest motherfucker that ever held this office. They wouldn't let you do this like that. But if they said I could say whatever I want, hell yeah, let's do it.
It would come with that.
Destroy that motherfucker.
It would come with that. Like I will do it, but here's the thing: I'm not going to be told these things. Like there'll be a negotiation there, and here's my price for
Y'all
that.
making up your own hypothetical situation.
But you
The question is hypothetical. Who got called to act perform for Trump? I'm gonna say phone call.
The RNC or
Tony
excuse
Hinchcliffe
me,
did,
the
didn't
DNC, whatever that is.
Tony Hinchcliffe got that call.
I'm not niggas in this room.
I'm
I'm
not-
not
Oh, yeah. I thought you
I'm
meant
not
actually.
niggas
But no,
hypothetical.
If they call a
I
comedian.
say that because it's
I'm
like
not gonna
I'll
do that.
do it if I
There
could
has
wear
to be
red,
an if.
blue,
There
and
has to be an if.
it's like nah,
I
nigga.
think, you know,
Would
the
you
whole
do
thing-
it based off of your morals and you knowing what's going on, you knowing what Trump stand for? I don't give a fuck about all that extra shit. Would you do it based off of your morale
I'm doing it.
and
I
Joe
wouldn't give a
Fox and
shit.
how
Based off
you
of
I
are?
would give a
Based
shit.
off of my-
I would give a shit. I'm doing it. I would
Based
give a
off of
shit.
my morale,
You
yeah.
doing it?
it'd be hard. Now,
Hard two or not two? Or
it'd be 50-50. And only way, kind of elaborate. I want to say this. You said something that I thought was interesting. And Tony, you said something that was interesting. For me,
I always say some shit that's interesting.
well, it's your show. So I mean. For me, comedy has always been about, man, I'm just gonna be real. I love people. I couldn't live without people. But I hate the fact that as an entertainer, I have to be judged on who I perform for. Because right now, you can say what you want, but when you do shows right now, wherever you go, you don't know what that person's political stance is in that audience. You don't know. There's no way you could tell me. I don't give a fuck if it's all black people in there. You cannot tell me that. So my point, Tone, is, or to anyone, is I just want to perform. Now, the pressure of the country and people looking at you that don't know you, because if I know you, I say, well, I know why Tone did it. I'm like, I ain't got no problem with it. But it's the people that don't know you that are going to put the pressure on you for their own, and I'm going to say, selfish reasons. Whether it's right or not, it's still their selfish reasons. So now, that $500,000 that could have changed your life or helped your life or whatever the situation you may be in, because you don't need the money. It's like when Liv offered Tiger $1 billion, that shit ain't gonna change his life
it
one way
depends
or
on where you
another.
are in life, for sure.
But if you a guy that never won on tour and you got 5 kids and your wife is like, this is the last year, I'm gonna stay for the shit, you gotta make a decision. In terms of comedy, we're supposed to entertain the world, and maybe what we say can, change someone's life or whatever. So it would be difficult. And I would only just not like it because I know for the comics that didn't get asked, who said they wouldn't do it, oh, you cooned out. But nigga, knowing you might have been the one that took the cash. So it would be difficult.
Didn't nobody ask
The first thing I said when I came back from the bathroom, he said the question. I said, no, I wouldn't do it.
Right.
Because it ain't worth all the shit that's going to come with it.
Right.
I said that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that's
Right.
number one.
Yeah.
Number two, to address what you just said. Yeah, you're right. You don't know religious affiliation, political affiliation of the audience, but the good comic addresses that and makes the room know, like, hey, we all in this together. I don't need to know your political affiliation. I don't need to know your sexual orientation, your sexual preference. This right now, this moment that we have in this room, none of that matters.
I'm gonna change something because I know y'all. You don't even start shows like that. I've seen you perform because you're so seasoned.
I wouldn't start a show like that. But this weekend in particular, I said something. It was a white dude with a black woman.
Right.
He sounded super country.
Right.
Where you from, man? West Virginia? How the fuck you in here with a sister sounding like you just...
But it came to you.
And then I said to the room, you know what the beautiful thing about this is? We all laughing with this guy. I said, some of us are laughing at him.
Right.
But we laughing with him.
Right.
Because in this room right now, him dating that sister don't matter. And this guy's religious affiliation don't matter. And who he voted for don't matter.
Even if you didn't have
and
that
that's what
question,
makes this so much fun, because all that bullshit that's going on in the world right now don't matter in here.
But even if you didn't have that question or that opportunity to hear him, I just know you guys material. I'm just speaking for the guys I know. I know that's not even in your spirit.
Right.
And that's the problem I have with what's going on now. People are judging you without knowing you because of what's in their heart.
Mm-hmm.
So you're performing, loving the crowd, and they're like, Dannon Green cooning for these white folks. Like, what are you talking about? They're enjoying the show. I remember I did a show in Bakersfield. It was about this country, Bakersfield, California, for the rest of the country.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying for the rest of the country that watch you. And it was a redneck bar. black person that brought me, the black lady that booked me from Bakersfield, and nothing but country red. And y'all been to Bakersfield.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it the first joke I just said, well, I want everybody to know my car is still running. And they all started laughing, right? And then I picked the biggest dude out. I said, my man, you my bodyguard tonight. Did my set, right? Laughed. This white lady came up to me, said to my face, she said, look, I'm a redneck, but I like you. Now, you don't know if that could change her attitude towards being the next black person that she meets or whatever. We got a job to do, man.
But guess what? That's every time we step on the stage.
And that's why it would be difficult in terms of what you're saying, how I would approach that question, whether I would do it for him. Because maybe we don't like him, but maybe not everybody, just because they're Republican, is coming from that same stance.
Right.
So you're on stage ripping a hole in his ass, which is probably needed. But someone's like,
hey.
Okay.
I know. That's number 6.
Thank you, Dave Chappelle. You caused this. I want you to know that. No, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying right there.
I get what you're saying. Great point. Great point.
So do anybody have their Ali version of, yo, I'm not going to the war. I'm not going to do the show. What's the Ali version? Ali drew the line, say, yo, I'm not about to go to war. I'm not out. You know what I mean? I'll give up my boxing career. I'll do this because I'm standing on my morals.
When I know.
What is that? What version of that, or what scenario would be your version of that? Is it performing for David Duke, the Klan? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not going into
what is it?
I'm not performing for. Well, it's to the point where I really know. You know what I mean? And I know everybody in the 95% of the audiences. But again, you don't know. You won't know if you performing. If Tone Rock, we got 100,000 for you to come to Idaho and do a show. You don't know who's gonna be a nationalist out there. You don't know. But the thing is, somebody out there needs to laugh. The problem is we have, and I hate it, but it's just been part of life. We have politicized entertainment so much that we have taken the joy out of even trying to change people's lives. We are the last line of defense of honesty.
I agree.
We are the last. After us, if I tell people to this day, if it wasn't for Dave Chappelle and Netflix not folding, we wouldn't be able, you wouldn't even say these jokes right now you're saying without somebody calling it, yo, Tony Rocket don't make a lot of, homophobic jokes. No, somebody had to stand up and say, look, we're just trying to make you laugh. You may have a bad day. Laugh at yourself. That's a tough question because they killed Snoop, right? They killed Nelly. Right? But Nelly and Snoop. Now, Snoop is a little different only because 4 or 5 years later, earlier, Snoop was saying who's going to perform for this dude first. So I understand it. That's why sometimes it's best not to say
that didn't age well at all.
Because you don't, right, it didn't age well. You don't know. But I have a different feeling. I know people are going to look at me, yeah, he corny. But man, we gave up a lot to come out here. I gave up a master's degree, my family, watching people get older. We gave up something. You gonna tell me now I can't go out and get this bread that I need because you don't like.
You said 50-50, but you selling that other 50 really strong. You selling that doing it 50.
What is
it? You selling that not doing it.
We on a lineup so far.
Tony, you hosting. Don't even worry about that. You hosting. Tony gonna host y'all.
We're not talking about election, and they say, look, make sure you vote Democrat. If it's one of those things, and it's like, look, I don't know. Now you're using me. When you're using me and you're putting me up as a symbol for you to look good, then I'm out.
Well, unfortunately, everybody thinks they're used.
Right. No.
What I mean by that because when they hired Snoop and Nelly, everybody kept saying they use them.
It depends on what the message is.
Okay, so about that,
if they got marching orders, then that's different.
I'll be the first to say when I don't have all the facts on something. I was always told don't speak on shit if you don't have all the facts. So I was under the impression that they thought it was something else. They thought like the what was it, the RFC? What was it?
It wasn't the RNC that they performed for. It was a regular like a party.
That was the party after election. Celebration.
Like after they won.
I was under the impression that they thought it wasn't like performing for Trump. It was
like he was there.
I don't think he was there.
It was a Republican stamped event.
Right.
And the fact that they went, it's like the media says that now it becomes a spectacle, and then they can go look, you are at a Republican event and you're black and you're Snoop and you're Nelly and now they're using that as fuel to cause
okay, but
the division.
I get that part I understand.
And that's all it was.
Now, how come they have to get the finger pointed? And I'm not doing it, but how come they have to get the finger pointed at them when, like, we're gonna make you an example for doing this party and making X amount of dollars. But how come we don't get to point the finger at them for policy enacted that affects us and the disparaging numbers of blacks going to prisons and the school-to-prison pipeline and redlining and police brutality? And how come we don't get the point the finger?
At who though?
At the Republicans, if that's the case, or just the policies that are in place that make all of that shit possible? How come a black man is doing this is, okay, we could make an example of this, but why we don't get to make example of that?
Well,
I'll tell you why.
And I'll
Because in a situation like that, in that circumstance, we politically we don't know what the hell we're talking about. That
sounds about right.
Yeah.
We don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah.
We just see black people at an RNC or Republican event. Hey, ain't y'all supposed to be with the Democrats like we were taught and indoctrinated and conditioned into thinking? How dare you, man? You done cooned out. It doesn't help that Snoop had that video.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That doesn't help anyway. But even without that, it was probably said the same thing.
That's a great point. But I'm gonna say this.
We know you're doing it, Dannon. We know you're doing it. Nigga, we'll send you a
Dannon
flight out
already-
to the
Dannon already
We'll
bought a
send you a
house.
flight about this.
They bought a house in DC already.
That's an interesting point, but I'm gonna say this. My new name is Sir Dannon.
My stage name for this show.
The movie will be coming out this weekend because Trump greenlit it.
I did not say. No,
On
don't
CBS.
try to throw me in that. But I'm gonna say something that you and Joe both said, and this is what I do believe. We get our people more than they get us.
Huh? Say it again.
We get our people.
Yeah,
Black
we
people
understand.
get our people
of course.
more than we get us. So
Yeah.
what his point is, white folks would let their people perform anywhere.
They don't care.
They
I
don't
mean,
I'm trying to take the politics out of it. I'm just
Rules
saying
are
in terms
different,
of
man.
entertainment. It is,
Rules are different.
but at the
Different.
same time,
It is.
for us,
You know I'm about to go off.
for us, we will hold in some aspects. Oh man, you shouldn't do that. All right, okay, I won't do it. It'll be somebody big, maybe a big promoter. Okay, I won't do it. Yeah, yo, you gonna hire me? Oh nigga, we can't hire you, nigga. Damn, nigga. I mean, I'm rolling with the group, right? But you ain't gonna give me a gig.
Hey, I got mortgage.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, you can't do it, but I'm not gonna deal with you anyway. Even if you,
I don't
even
like
though
the way that makes
So
me
you
feel.
said something that was somewhat in line. You said we do fall in line because of the pressure, and because we do see that things are done wrong. But at the same time, are you going to give me a gig? Are you going to be the one? You know what I'm saying? Look. I mean, we're in the game.
Should that be the rebuttal when a black person is offered to do something that is questionable? Should that be the rebuttal? Hey, listen, they offered me this. Which one of you niggas gonna
Can you match
this
it?
offer?
Well,
Can you match it?
people do negotiate,
Facts. It ain't gonna work because the niggas who got something to say don't never got nothing to.
or the ones that say things. I mean, a lot of people that are saying things now, they are financially secure. They can say things. A lot of these dudes that are speaking up are in a position now where they.
Which is
they're
why
not
they
gonna
had
lose
an
money.
issue with all those comedians that went over there. All those comedians are filthy rich.
Yeah,
They didn't need the bread.
right. But at the same time, you can't.
They book like
you can't tell
crazy
a
in
rich
America.
man, but you can't tell a rich man not to continue getting rich.
They
They,
wanted to
and
get the stars.
it ain't like they not performing out here.
They wanted
Again.
to get the stars. They wanted to get the
Again.
stars and say, "Hey, look, we got the biggest comedy festival in the world," and it's like they're making
But
an
why?
announcement.
And you want to know why?
And so they got the big names.
No,
and
but
they
not only that, people go to Saudi Arabia from around the world.
Because if you have the biggest names, let's say stars. Stars. What
Yeah,
do
the
stars
stars.
do? Stars shine.
Stars
Stars are
shine.
bright, right?
Yep.
Got a bunch of stars.
Makes you look good.
All that brightness is going to take away from all this darkness that we really have going on here.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and that
Shiny objects.
and that right there.
Like,
when
are
they-
you
when
doing
they
that?
pointed that out,
anything, Tone.
when they
That's
Like, are you doing a show in
That's-
Israel?
You
That's-
know,
that's-
you justify the hood, but the Crips and the Bloods still live right around the corner. You can still
If
get
you-
caught up.
if you look at you look under the hood, look beyond the curtain. This is the show. While the show's going on over here, this is what's going on.
Yeah, that's what's going on here.
Okay,
But
yeah,
that's
so that's what I was about to say. I was like,
well,
look,
this is
you
what I
look
said.
behind the
None
curtain
of us
of
can
any
do comedy
country.
no more. Because any state you go into,
All
any
right.
city you go
Always
into,
some bullshit
there's some shit
going
that
on.
could be cracking.
November 29th, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, Who is Dannon Green? And then you can catch Dannon in 2026
That's
in
Dannon
Saudi
Green.
Arabia
With
with John
Tony
Grimes.
Rock.
With John
And
Grimes.
Tony Rock. Tony already told you.
And
He's
then
taking
he'll
the
come
cash.
back on the podcast.
Yeah,
Come back on the podcast.
Yeah.
Tell us all about it. Grimy, where you at? Let them know.
Bridgeport, Connecticut this weekend. 5 shows from Mr. Tony Rock. And then November 1st, one night only in San Diego at the Yellow Door, John Grimes.
Yeah,
Easy.
I am at the Hollywood Park Casino on the 28th, and then I forgot the name of the venue, but it's in Long Beach on the 31st, Halloween. I don't know
We're on the
what
same
I'm
show,
away.
Joe.
I didn't know you was on that show.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
At
But
the Roscoe's, the club, they got a club in there.
we got
It's
we
a club inside of a Roscoe's?
It's the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles
Holy
there, but they
shit.
got a stage. It's
Nigga,
nice out before years ago.
all right.
I'm coming to that shit.
All right,
Well,
then
because on
Roscoe's.
on Halloween night.
We're gonna have some Roscoe's and some jokes. Roscoe's and riddles.
I'm on a plane tomorrow night, headed to Negril, Jamaica
The grill.
for about 4 or 5 days. I got one show out there at the Grand Lido Resort. And other than that, it's going to be chilling, relaxing, And then, yeah, that's that.
I am in Burlington. I am in Bridgeport, Connecticut this weekend.
He lied.
Burlington.
He lied. So one of y'all niggas was lying.
I'm in Bridgeport, Connecticut this weekend. I also am in San Diego on November 1st on a different show than Mr. Grimes. So we're going to see who sell more tickets. Nigga. And then I'm in Detroit
50.
on November 6th at
The
Diamondback.
Yeah.
Diamondback Theater.
Diamondback Theater.
Diamondback
Music Hall.
Diamondback Music Hall. And then that Saturday I go to see the fight. And then it's tour dates, just crazy tour dates. So yeah, Tony_Rock on Instagram. Y'all know what it is. Thank you to all the subscribers. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you for people for telling their people to subscribe because numbers are growing. I want that 100,000. I want that 100,000. I want that plaque. I want to put that plaque right here. Shout out to Captain Kirk, Jamaican Rum Punch, bruh. Appreciate you know what it is.
Yeah.
You take one if you want to
Yeah.
take a couple. And today was the first day of Little League for Charleston Rock. Charleston, Dad, I love you so much.
Oh, happy birthday to my pops.
Happy birthday, Pop. Happy birthday,
happy
78.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Pops.
Wow.
I'll see you soon. It's live from the green room, man. We're going to keep this conversation going, but we're going to let y'all go. So, peace.